I still remember it, as vivid now as it was those 5 years ago, the day everything changed. People have many names for it now. The Skyfall, the Day of Calamity, the Reckoning, and of course, the Burn. Though its anniversary marks the end of the primordial incursion, it is not a day of celebration nor festival. It is a day of remembrance, of fear, and of quiet contemplation. For above all, that was the day the gods vanished. As the Veil's elite fight for control of the region, grasping and clawing for power in the vacuum created by the events surrounding the burning, the common folk are faced with the uncertainty brought on by the ever-growing list of factions vying for control of the many cities and kingdoms of the Veil. Outside the walls of these cities, where the cutthroat politics and warring factions are the main dangers, is a world of vastly untamed wilderness. Though the civilizations of the region may be dangerous and corrupt, they represent points of light in a vast darkness. Only those with true means of protecting themselves have even the smallest chance of survival when faced with the foreboding darkness of the burnt lands.
You have been chosen, each and every one of you, for a reason. That reason is unique for each of you. Some of you because of who you are. Others because of what you have accomplished thus far. And the rest for the potential that lies within you, waiting to come to the surface. This charter beyond the God's Wall will shape the kingdom of Briarwood, if not the entire realm of mortals, in this age of ash and in the ages to come. You chosen few will lead us in the refounding of the Vale of L'Oreal, in the name of the kingdom of Briarwood and the dawn. Now go forth and bring glory upon our kingdom. The hope of the realm is upon you, and the faith of Briarwood shall be with you every step of the way. They both then stare in your direction, fidgeting uncomfortably as they look on to the group of you. What do you do?
Any of you know this Paragus guy?
Hi?
Anna would start to, like, kind of slowly walk up, and she'll, like, sort of, like, hold her, like, I mean, sort of just, like, hold her hands up and not...
As you take a few steps forward, immediately he, like, pushes the gem down, like, towards you. Don't move, bandit! You will not take our wares today.
All right. Hi there. We are not bandits. We are travelers.
That's what bandits would say, isn't it? We are not bandits.
We are not bandits.
Is Sir Garen doing anything?
He is just sitting on the horse, or on the wagon, as he just slowed the horse to a halt.
That, you are correct. That is not what bandits would say. Is there something we can do to convince you? You are the first people we've seen in a long time. We would like to be able to talk.
They look kind of to each other, a little confused, and kind of like hushed whispers back and forth.
Masking who he is.
We've this is meta, but like we know
I meant
It's
like
the
in
name of
game.
the lake.
It's the name of the lake. We know that. I mean-
You can roll if you would like to roll. Any of you, you can roll a history check.
Because
Yeah.
somebody knows and wants to.
You
I mean,
part-
Bartlett. Like, did you ask?
Yeah.
I'd say it's. I know it's the name of the lake. So, I'm not sure what else it is besides that.
Is there like a
Um,
mystery god or anything?
for any of you that took part in the primordial incursion in any way, you can roll a history check with advantage.
Can you remind me? Oh, never mind. I found it.
Nice.
Wowza. Some rolls. You all, other than Saru, have heard of Paragus Planeswalker, a war mage who took part in the Primordial Incursion. He fought amongst the common folk and the warriors against the Primordials. It's not like he's some demigod or anything like that, but he's was a known wizard in the fight back in the day when wizards were a thing.
Did he die in the incursion?
He was not. He has not been in Briarwood since, or anywhere on that side of the wall since. So, I mean, it's likely a lot of people died.
Since Anna answered about the lake, I'm going to pull out that arcane crystal I pulled from the cave, and I'm going to cast Minor Illusion on it to make it look exactly like the stone that he's holding up.
I love it.
So it'll be yellow.
Roll a that's fine. You're very far away. So you have a yellow stone, and you are holding it up, and he is holding up his yellow stone, and they, seeing yours, you see kind of their faces go a little bit pale, and they look a little less sure of things as you do that. One of them is gripping the reins quite taut at this point. Stay there! Don't come any closer!
I will speak as much like a halfling as I feel comfortable with, accent-wise, and speak to them in halfling, saying calmly, "Hello, friend." Or, let me see if I can do this. "Hello, friend!" It's like half halfling, half Saru. "Hello, friend!"
Racist.
Yeah, old habits don't die. I assure you, we mean you no harm. We're travels, not unlike yourself. Have you traveled far?
They look even more confused as this seemingly taller person with a very, very well done halfling accent, speaking halfling to them. We've traveled down from Brandy, yes, quite a long ways.
Yes, Brandy. Yeah, I've been welcomed there before. Do you know, and what is a famous name that I would know from my time there?
George probably.
Ah, George! How is George getting along these days?
Hey.
He lived over on, whatever street he lived on.
I am
Pickled Egg Street.
Pickled Egg Street. Yes, George of Old Pickled Egg Street. All right. They seem friendly.
Yes, I know that some of my friends here, my companions, they may look rather gruff, but I assure you, we are simply travelers going from point A to point B, and we will not bother you in a way. We do wonder what the road may have in store for us. Perhaps we could sit down and you could share with us what we should watch out for, and we could do the same. Two groups helping each other out, if you would.
I'm absolutely turning to Anna and Xerxes and being like, the most imposing guy just said that we were the imposing ones? Should he really be leading these?
I am speaking halfling, though, so you would have to know that.
Yes,
I know, but
speaking in halfling.
you're just speaking in some gibberish.
Anna can I mean, if you have questions, Anna understands what he's saying.
Oh, is Anna translating to everyone right now?
I mean, if people ask me, Anna understands the conversation in halfling.
Xerxes responds back to Saru. I have no idea what he's saying, but it sounds like halfling to me. Who the hell is this guy?
They are.
We got ourselves a diplomat.
They are receptive to him. He seems to know somebody named George, who they're familiar with. Hopefully.
Oh, all right. We might be able to sit for a chat. We'll put away our gem when he puts away his.
So Clavius will look back and gesture to please tell Saru to stop being so menacing. Bully that Saru is.
Saru mistakes this as that he wants the gem, so I'm going to run up to Clavius and hand him the gem.
When you run up, they are pointing and he's kind of feigning spiking it. It looks like.
No, friends. No. He's just handing it over to me, so that I can put it away. See, I'm just putting it away.
Oh, all right.
Please sit down. We have some wonderful mead that we broke into last night. Perhaps you want some of the old brandy. You might be able to tell us what year it is. I assume you're experts, yes?
We do find ourselves experts in the meadery. We actually have some here.
Oh, excellent. What year do you have?
Oh, this was brewed two years ago.
Oh, 2 years. So depending on the cutoff, what year would you say that is?
That is, and I can tell you, once I open my note. That would be 1437.
1437.
I showed us, or give us the date there, Michael.
The date currently is show 2 layers.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, sit down, friends. We will share some of ours, and you don't have to feel compelled to sell some of yours. I assume that you're looking to make coin. Perhaps we will we'll be some of your customers. We just want to share tales from the road with you, and we'll invite them to pull their wagon off to the side there.
They will pull their wagon. To the side of the road. If I turn this epic music into something a little more intrigue.
And while you're pushing buttons, the camera token is just black screen.
What? How about now?
Yeah, perfect. hello, and let me introduce you to everyone. And he'll say, not all of them speak Halfling like we do. So do you speak the common language, I presume?
Why, yes. We both speak the common tongue, though Ishmael maybe a little rougher around the edges.
Well, let me introduce everyone, and he'll introduce everyone, and seemingly, for those that would notice, would just be exasperated at putting up this this front of being so chipper and so cordial, and kind of let others take over the conversation at that point. Assuming that Anna has filled everybody in, especially on the topic of the year that they revealed.
So you said the mead was from last year?
2 years ago.
2 years ago, okay.
Yeah, Anna would, like when we were in the group, she would have whispered.
They told Clavius the mead is 2 years old, but from the year 1437. So, something has happened. Be on your guard.
Sounds to me like they just drank too much of their own supply.
Maybe Fent can join them.
Please join us, friends.
Are we like cracking open bottles of mead? Because Fent definitely joins, even though he doesn't quite understand what's happening yet.
Yeah, they'll walk over. Ooh, the whole cart. There. Let me get Hilda out of the way.
Love that their horse has a name.
That's so it can crit on you guys if you guys try to fight it. That little pony.
Should
How
I
much
draw?
bigger are horses?
Should I draw a lake for Arthur to be fishing in, or is he just grass fishing?
Yeah, Arthur's just grass fishing.
Cool.
Digging for bait.
Yeah.
My aunt.
Getting worms.
Oh,
So,
I'd like to. Can I retcon the fishing experience that Fent had 2 episodes ago?
Yeah.
Can he have smoked the fish that he gathered, or did he not gather any fish?
He gathered plenty of fish, yeah.
Okay.
And
He's
you
gonna-
could have definitely smoked it.
Definitely smoked it, and definitely is offering some to Ishmael and Dervis. Hey, here's some smoked fish. I heard
Oh,
it pairs well
is-
with brandy.
This is great.
Mead.
So, where is it that you're traveling, friends? You said you haven't seen people for quite a while.
Yes, we are headed north, hoping to eventually end up at Mountain Heart, but it's a long journey.
Quite long, yes. It's been a while since we've been to Mountain Heart. I do think we have some Dwarven Fire whiskey that we're taking down to Red River from Mountain Heart, if you're interested.
Yes.
Ishmael will then walk back. Start digging through the cart.
Xerxes will address Dervis. It must have been some time since you last traveled down this way. Red River fell quite some time ago.
Fell? What do you mean fell? The Harvest Festival should have only started a few days ago.
I mean, Xerxes is kind of struggling with the words a little bit. Fell means fell.
It means it doesn't
Weren't you
exist.
around? Weren't you around during the incursion?
I have to be a little clearer. An incursion, you say?
Stephen will pipe in like, yeah, the primordials, the war.
Ishmael, maybe keep that whiskey in the cart They seem to have had a few already.
Can I do an insight check?
Yeah. He seems to be being very honest and very truthful.
Anna will.
And he seems a little weary.
Sketched out.
Weary of you, yeah.
Anna will switch to halfling, and then not nearly as good of an accent as Clavius, but able to speak the language. Well, sorry, excuse them. It's been a long journey. What can you tell us about the road ahead? Have you passed by Paragus Lake?
Oh yes, we passed by the lake about a day ago. We camped for a few nights. A few nights too many, if you asked Ishmael. You'd see Paragus Planeswalker. He wasn't home. He normally this time of year we head down to the festival in Red River and we stop by, do some trading. You see the Planeswalker. He likes his mead, but he wasn't home this time around.
But then, still in Halfling, you have the Planeswalker in the gem. That is quite impressive.
Oh no, he's not in the gem. You see, we just got the gem from him a few years ago. Your friend,
And then he kind of turns and he realizes that this 6-foot cat person.
You, he had one just like it.
Is he speaking common?
He is speaking back in like broken, half common, half halfling, because he knows he's addressing multiple people. So yeah, you can understand him.
I'm just gonna say, well, yeah, you held one up, so did I. I thought you were like saying, proving that we were on the same team, that we weren't enemies if we had the same gem as you, or at least a similar one.
I see. Yes, it did. It looked quite the same. Ours came from the Planeswalker a few years ago. We got him in a trade. It doesn't house a wizard, that's too bad, but it does house an elemental. We use it for protection against bandits, which we assumed you were. Sorry about that. You do look a bit like bandits.
Are there lots of bandits on the road?
Not lots, but there's some. That's why we got the gem. You see, we're not the strongest group, but the gem protects us pretty well, I'd say. So this incursion that they were talking about, I'd love to hear more about it.
Can I do one more insight or perception check?
What you trying to figure out?
So, like, I'm pretty sure I know the answer, but, like, in any situation where you're dealing with someone who's been detached from reality, like,
Sure.
you just kind of get a vibe that something is off, and, you said he's being honest, like, it's just, I'm trying to get I don't know exactly what words to put to it, but, like, Steven knows that what year it is. It's not 1439, it's 1475, and
sure,
he learned about the incursion and wasn't expecting to see people, so like he's just a little confused and doesn't know if these people are like psychopaths or if what's going on. So what kind of check do you want for that?
I mean, I'm happy to carry over your insight check.
Okay, cool. I didn't know if there was anything, like, trying to be more specific, if I could get anything else.
He doesn't seem, I mean, in a sense, he seems like he's lost his marbles in one way, because what he's saying just doesn't add up to you, but you're pretty sure he's being pretty straight with you.
Okay.
far as you
So
can tell.
we're in loss now. That's what happened. Like that
Maybe.
it doesn't add up, but they believe and are being truthful with what they're saying. Got it.
Yeah, that's what it seems, at least.
Not Ishmael's wagon. No, nobody? Really? Oh, okay.
At
wish
the
I knew.
mention of the incursion, Xerxes stands up and without a word just walks away.
Anna will ask him and say, and she's like, kind of like, we had heard that Mountain Heart might be closed. Had you heard that?
I don't think it's closed. Like I said, it's been a few months since we last been, but I think it's open for business. The dwarves. They're the dwarves. They you got to check your baggage, but no. As far as I can tell, you can get your whiskey if that's your poison.
Would you?
Have you ever traveled to Briarwood before?
No, we usually don't go that far south. The Red River Festival's like the biggest one. Biggest festival. So we usually stay for a few weeks before heading back up to Brandy.
What would we know
Don't
about
want to
that?
get caught up in the. Don't want to get caught up before the winter.
Would we know anything about that town or that festival?
Anyone that was around that region, or really any region within the within the Vale prior to the primordial incursion, would know that Red River did hold a very large festival, and a few years into the primordial incursion is when the festival stopped, due to the primordial incursion.
And where was Red River in
Red
the...
River is now called Port Phoenix.
Okay. Oh, I see now on the map. Red River. Okay. Easy enough. Do you mind checking out our brandy and seeing if it's similar in age of yours, a brandy mead?
Oi, we love to take a look. It's always fun trying the product. It changes as it travels.
Will you go ahead and get Ishmael and ask him to join?
Yeah, Ishmael starts to come back. Is Clavius intercepting him?
Just to see if the promise of dwarven whiskey is true, and if so, how many bottles he has.
There is a crate of dwarven whiskey.
I ask him what year it is and how much for the whole crate.
He does not know the year of the whiskey. He knows that they bought it recently, and for the whole crate,
Which is how many bottles?
12 bottles. Where's my little halfling shopping bag? 25 gold pieces per bottle.
So
Damn, that's expensive.
300 gold pieces for the crate.
I offer him 280 gold pieces for the whole crate.
He happily hands it over to you.
Bulk sales. I'd happily give you the discount.
And he will pull out the dwarven whiskey crate and hand it to you. And then you
Oh,
have-
thanks. There's lots of people I know that just drink this stuff up.
And now you have 12 bottles of Dwarven whiskey.
Take it back to the wagon, and on the way, as I pass Fent, we'll say, "This is not to be opened."
And is elated and then immediately just crestfallen. like
Clavius gives his best scowl. The halfling demeanor drops from his face, where he's all chipper, and he's back to regular Clavius. He's like, "This is not for drinking."
you kind of, if we're doing like a video take, you can kind of see like this like following him as he goes, and then he kind of shakes his head and pouts.
Anna would go over to Isabel and like whisper and be like, "Do you have any how this could have happened?"
Isabel's been watching since they started mentioning the incursion. Has anyone physically touched the halflings?
No, not that no one said they have. No.
No, but he would have picked up the whiskey to hand
That's true. He did get the.
Yeah, he got the whiskey and handed the whiskey to Clavius.
Isabel would just lean back, and I'm not sure, but it does have me thinking. It's beyond anything I know right now. I'll let you know if I have any ideas soon. You? What are your thoughts?
That gem seems powerful.
Are you wanting to take it?
I'm not sure. It could be more hassle. I don't know. I've never seen anything like this, but it seemed to be from a different time. Yet here.
Yeah. I would rather just move along the road as quickly as possible. This is too eerie.
Have we yet asked them if they've ran into anybody? I think that's the only real question that like Fent has is like, have you ran into anybody else like
They
us?
said they like there are some bandits on the road, not a ton.
Yeah, they haven't ran into anyone recently, and they've waited at Paragus Tower for the last 2 days.
Does Sir Garen or Borseal have like an apple or a carrot?
Absolutely.
Perfect.
One of each.
I offer both to Hilda? Is that what it says?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm feeding their horse.
Hilda fucking loves it. Just crunching. You'll note that the two of them look very elated, very happy that they made a large sale, it seems, and are eager to show any of you high spenders their wares.
Oh, if you'd like to take a look at what else we have, we'd be very happy to show you. We've missed a few days of the festival already, and this makes it all worth it.
I don't think you're going to any festival, so you might as well just show us what you got, because
I would love to see your wares. And she'll kind of like side-eye Saru.
They'll walk back to the wagon and start pulling open kind of blankets and boxes, start, making it a little more showy, if you will. And they do have a lot of random things. They have tobacco, they have mead, they had dwarven whiskey, which they no longer have. They have like pickled vegetables, pickled eggs probably in there, I would assume. They have some fine inks, papers. They have some healer kits. They have some arrows. They have some bolts. And they have some healing potions.
Ooh,
for
shit.
sale.
Damn it, I'm down to 1 gold.
Anna would see the healing potions and be able to recognize them and go, can we get a potion off of you or two?
Oh, these are we have some lesser healing potions, 95 gold pieces each. And a couple graders, 170.
And what about those? As he points at the medicine kits.
20 gold pieces each, and I think we have 3 of them.
I'll take all 3.
That will be 60 gold pieces.
You got it.
Thank you.
How much are they selling their arrows for?
2 gold pieces each.
Well, what else are we going to use our money for? So
Anything else? Some
I mean-
overpriced halflings.
these are overpriced, but maybe they're not real. Just what if these guys are ghosts and then all of our stuff gets ghosted away, but also our money does too.
There's no risk for you. You're spending Saru's money still.
Technically, yes.
No,
That is true.
Fent is invested.
I mean, like, I don't think if it gets ghosted away, there's no way of telling, because, like, the dwarven whiskey is in Clavius's possession, and Saru just bought some herbalism kits, so...
I will take one of the lesser healing potions, please.
Wonderful, 95 gold pieces.
She'll grimace, but she'll hand it over. I think we can all be on our... We're not bandits.
Definitely not bandits. Definitely not. We thank you so much. It was a real pleasure running into you on the road.
Yes, it was.
Have a good time wherever you're headed. If you do get all the way up to Brandy, wait around and we might be back. A few weeks, maybe a month.
All right.
And they're like starting to get ready to go, putting their wagon together.
Good luck to you, old friends, and when you run across George, tell him to be sure and pass along the 10 gold he owes to Marty.
We'll do. We will do that.
That old bugger, he knows that he's good for it. And there's no Marty.
They seem to just agree. And they are starting to get on their wagon and hit the road, moving south.
All right, I'll let him go. Or, I mean, I don't have anything else to say. Anybody else?
You had him at gunpoint?
Yeah, I had him at gunpoint, clearly, just handing them my money.
I feel like
Worst
I had...
robbery ever.
I feel like I just robbed all of you,
You did.
which was awesome, so thanks. You know? Nobody wants to try to haggle. I'm fucking down with that shit.
Oh shit!
And
I figure
they're
the
gone.
Son of a
margin
bitch.
will be there when I buy 4-year-old whiskey and sell 40-year-old whiskey down the road. Is what I'm thinking.
You know? It's pretty good.
Anna,
Got a lot of whiskey.
Anna will go take the healing potion to Isabel. Is this... I haven't seen one of these in years.
Isabel obviously recognizes it, right?
Yep. It is a healing potion.
I saw them rarely in Briarwood. It's been a while. I could try making some in the future, I think.
If you
I just need to restudy up on it. It's been a while since I've messed with that stuff.
do you think if you studied one of these,
I think I
able-
could.
Anil handed it over. You can take it.
So that's just like the regular healing potion, right? The
Yep.
2d4 plus 2.
That's the one.
You can have it.
I'll give it back the moment I don't need it anymore.
Hopefully, plus another.
That is my hope.
I'm gonna pop up on the wagon and kind of stare at Clavius and be like, 2 things. 1, when did you get so happy? 2, why do we need so much whiskey?
And Clavius will say, 3, check your pocket for your gem. And we'll have Slide, and we can do a check for this just for fun.
Love it.
We'll at some point have Slide have handed it right in back into his pocket. Oh, damn.
Oh, yeah.
That would have been funny.
Checking my pockets, I'm like, it's not here, and honestly, I even forgot I gave it to you, so you can keep it, or...
Oh, here it is. No.
It's just laying on the ground where you thought you slipped it into his pocket.
That's a skill I don't have. Halflings are won over by good cheer. It's in their nature to be drawn to joy and happiness and frivolity. And
Right, but I think the question is, how were you so cheerful? I mean, the only other bigger surprise would be if Isabel had done that.
I was cheerful because the situation called for me to be cheerful. And now it no longer does.
Anna will talk to the group at large. Does anybody have any ideas about why we met people from 40 years ago on the road? And how their stuff is still good?
When did the incursion start? What year?
Like
37.
2 or 3 after they said it was.
It's 37. So. Right? Or 35?
37.
37.
When the Storatown
Yep.
sunk.
I think that gem they are holding is. I don't know. Wanted to maybe separate it from them, but. Maybe we could be stuck in a time bubble. Those are never good.
Have you been in a time bubble?
No,
Okay,
but a
scratch
friend
it.
of ours has.
Yeah, friend of friend. We can scratch that from the record, but. Yeah, I don't know. That was bizarre. We may need to be on our guard on the way to Paragus Lake.
Maybe the burning sent everything back. You know,
Maybe.
wiped their memories.
That wouldn't explain why people didn't come back before.
I don't know, but. Anyways, I guess we can keep moving. Need to think on it.
Do Borsil or Sir Garen have any thoughts to add?
They're just
Or
as
they
confused as you are.
But
As they go forth, Fent is just going to be kind of like looking to see if he can't see if their tracks do anything funny. Since we're following along their tracks, right?
They're going south.
Yeah, but like
You
they,
guys are going north. Oh, you're
like
looking
their
at
old tracks, yeah. exactly.
Yeah.
If there was like a strange point of origin or anything.
Yeah, roll a survival check.
Ben's not really that good at surviving.
Not bad. So far, I mean, as far as you can tell, their tracks look natural. Everything looks normal about them. See the wheel ruts and the
Horse
the clumps from the little pony and the horse poop from time to time.
What about where they got off the wagon and started walking themselves?
Yeah, you can survival check if you want. Glancing over the scene, seems fine. Seems normal.
So I find tracks.
Yeah, better tracks.
Did the horse seem normal, Saru?
As far as I could tell, it ate the apple, ate the carrot, and I mean, I could touch it, so. Seemed like a horse, except it had a cooler name than ours.
What's wrong with Grey Horse?
Hey, Sir Garen, what is our horse's name?
Oh, it doesn't have a name. I don't like naming horses because they always die. You can call it whatever you like.
Bojack Horseman it is.
All right.
Roach.
What time of day is it?
Roach was the other option.
I was kind of thinking like.
Yeah, Bojack. All right, well.
Oh, BJ.
It's early morning.
I guess we keep moving.
All right, and you're off. And you're off.
Anna will be off the cart after that, just because she wants to pay a little more attention. She'll be with the walkers.
In the wagon.
Xerxes is in the wagon as well, working on his gun modification.
Nice.
Steven's wood block for syrup.
Is Steven the kind of guy that would make just a wood block, or would he be like, I'm better than a wood block, let me make a wood frog or something?
I don't know. We're gonna have to kind of discover this as we carve it.
I was gonna say, if he happens to make a wood frog, I may have found one online. But make whatever Steven would make.
Please,
I think
Amazon
I've
that.
seen those before.
Hopefully it has 2-day shipping. All right, so you are probably about a day's journey to Paragus Lake. Anything specific that you guys are doing on the road? Other than what you've just said. If there's anything you guys want to talk about, anything you guys want to be doing, Steven's wood carving.
Fent is still scoffing to himself over 2 gold piece arrows as a price. And keeping an eye on those wheel tracks.
I've seen those before. They're cool.
I kind of want one.
That's cool as shit.
Not from Wish, but...
Yeah, maybe from somewhere else, but still, $2 seems like a good thing.
That's cheaper than an arrow.
Oh yeah.
This is so much more useful.
Hey, when somebody's ready to buy a whole crate, prices might fluctuate. They might be like, oh, these people are rich and don't want to haggle.
We're dumb.
No, I'm just mean. Anything on the road?
Money.
Anything anyone wants to do?
I will interrupt Xerxes tinkering and just kind of be like, "You didn't seem too fond of the little people."
It wasn't the people, it was the topic.
Of what? Just them not knowing what year it is?
The incursion took a lot from many of us. And the fall of Red River is something I witnessed in person. To think that people don't even know that it exists. I overreacted.
Well, I mean, I didn't really know it existed. I basically showed up as it was ending.
No offense, Saru, but you're not from the continent.
True. But if they didn't know it happened, maybe other people didn't. Isn't that kind of maybe your job, our job, to make sure people do? You know, learn from your history, don't make the same mistakes, that sort of thing.
I'm not entirely sure there was anything we could learn from that massacre.
You never know. The more you know.
A rainbow appears on the screen. The more you know.
This video.
Anna, you said you were outside of the wagon?
Yeah. She's like, trying to, outside and paying a little bit more attention. Part of the wagon crew, but was like a little spooked after that because she just doesn't know what to think.
Roll a perception check with advantage.
Oh boy.
That sucks.
Cool.
He's deep in thought.
Yeah, she's pretty spooked.
Way too deep in thought.
Yeah. Anna's, quite going through it in her head, very analytically.
Yeah.
Thinking about what she's going to write later.
More just like just searching for explanation. Did we step beyond the wall and we're in the past? Did they go through a portal? You know, just like no idea.
Alright. After a time, you guys come to a thicket of wood that you will travel through. Who is in the wagon?
I believe Saru, Xerxes, Steven.
Yep, Steven's in the wagon.
And maybe Isabel.
Yeah, I'm in the wagon too.
No, Isabel's been walking.
All right. Just the four of us.
Arthur is fishing.
Is there anything significant about this thicket?
Fent, Isabel, and Anna, you may roll a perception or survival check. It's up to you.
Eight.
Good.
As I was told Nick would not be here tonight.
He's here in spirit.
Yeah, he's not absorbing all the bad rolls.
Oh man,
I'm like
this is
having a 5 as your best roll out of 3 rolls. That is some. Woo!
Nothing seems out of the ordinary about this thicket, as far as you can tell. Until that is that you hear a howl of what sounds to be a nearby wolf that catches you all off guard as your scouts have not been the best of scouts outside the wagon. And I'm going to bring you over to Matt.
Serious question. Who is our scout? Who is our best scout?
Bent, I guess, who's got a
Not
zero
sure we have one. I mean,
survival.
yeah.
I mean,
Maybe Arthur, but he's not
Arthur.
here.
I mean, Arthur's.
Oh, that's true. Damn it, Nick.
But also, we have, you know, a +3, a +2, and a +2 on perception. We're not like, you know. Man, my passive perception's better than everything that I roll. I've just been like, I'll take it.
Are these cats?
Who's to say? Let's just.
Is the initiative token thing up?
No, it's not. I apologize.
Oh.
1 second.
Is the initiative button a new thing?
It
just
should
something like-
have been there.
That's cool as shit.
Anna.
Oh, it's like a stupid token.
I can send you. It's fine. So
9.
you did not get in. 9.
Yeah.
Great. Still did not. It did. Very loud music. Okay.
It's okay. Amanda's not in her car. We'll be okay.
Anna, roll me a D8.
A D8?
A D8. D8 Dizzle.
Turn order.
Anna, you are feeling incredibly quick on the jump. You're caught off guard by these wolves, but for some reason, you're feeling a little speedy. And let's just say, very fucking speedy, as it turns out.
Whoa.
That's some fast wolves.
I rolled a 24. I rolled a 19 on initiative. I'm on something that messes with my dexterity, if you want to know, for the meta. And I don't know what that 7 did, but 24 plus 7 is 31.
31. Anna, caught off guard by the sound of the wolves, but immediately, like, bolting into action, like an uncanny, like, uncanny initiative, if you will. An uncanny feeling that comes over you makes you kind of bolt into action quicker than you are used to. And it is your go.
We'll quick survey. Shut up. Wolves, we're surrounded. And bonus action will drag an arrowhead across her arm. And the arrowhead will start to dance with lightning. And she will fire an arrow. I assume I can see this one, sort of south.
Yep.
She will fire an arrow at that one.
That'll hit.
And can I do a perception check to see that the damage went through?
Yes.
Oh, now you roll perception.
The wolf howls in pain as blood splurts from all the orifices of his body. Not really, but basically. He seems very, very hurt.
Alright. And then she'll take her. That'll be your turn.
Shergaren will woe the horse and just kind of reinforce that everyone ready themselves as he draws his sword and takes a step. First wolf is the wolf that is hurt, and it is going to dash away. Isabel.
Isabel heard on a shout, so she will just back up against the cart and draw her shield and take the dodge action.
Beautiful. Fen.
Fent is near the horse. Not very happy about it.
Yeah, how did that happen?
But he'll guard the horse since it's helping them move faster. So just backing up a little bit and pulling out his short bow. And waiting to see which one runs with them first.
Well, you find out rather quickly. As this wolf, who I'm calling Wolf A, actually doesn't have a name.
Wolf A.
Wolf A. Will sprint 40 feet in your direction. So it's going to Wolf B. The same. Ooh, I got one. Wolf C, as we're calling him, dearly, shall do a bite on Anna. Mother of... I'll get it eventually. A bite. 14.
That is a miss.
That's a miss. The bite. Sadly. Everyone's very sad. Steven, it is your turn.
Steven heard Anna's shout. And he'll move to the front of the wagon and see a wolf going after Anna, and he will fire at it with his crossbow.
That'll do it. That'll definitely do it. Steven, as your crossbow goes through the skull of the wolf, it falls at Anna's feet.
That's nice.
It's real nice.
Anna's gonna be feeling very thankful towards Steven, I'm sure.
Xerxes.
And then bonus action, I'll reload, just in case.
You don't have to.
Oh, that's right, yeah,
You don't
thanks.
Yeah, 3 shots.
Thanks, Xerxes. Oh, I forgot about that.
So awesome.
Xerxes yells, Arthur, protect Borseal. He will fire at this one. Oh. What is happening? I have to hold it down on that one.
Want that one?
Not Wolf B. A 12, you say? It's the dirt.
Ooh.
Nearest Wolf B's little wolf toes.
And it blinds him because there's dirt in his eyes.
Stop using my descriptions against me. Anything else you'd like to do, Xerxes?
No.
Wolf Z? I don't know what wolf this is. Ah! Get so close. Wolf Z gets very close to being able to do something. Saru.
Oh. Sarah's gonna see this one. Oop. The one that just ran at Sir Garen. He's just gonna hop out. Actually, I don't even have to. I'm just gonna stay in the wagon. And he's just gonna start yelling at the wolf like you would at a big old bear, trying to ward it away. Just, hey wolf, back off! And in doing so, cast Vicious Mockery. They're not.
Does a wolf just hear meow?
I can. That's it. Yeah, I'm just hissing, and my tail is all puffed out.
The wolf makes a wisdom saving throw. Hey! The wolf is very wise.
That was a scary cat, though.
Not scary enough. Clavius.
Does it cost me any movement to get out of the wagon?
Just the 5 feet.
Okay. I think this one is the most likely to cause trouble. So I'll get up in his grill for a little bit.
That'll hit. Slamming the flail into the wolf's shoulder blade. Anna.
Anna will call out, "Nice shot, Steven," and turn and fire at the...
Steven blows her a kiss.
She's at disadvantage.
Yeah.
Luckily, she was not looking, and she turned to the wolf and is going to fire at the one northeast.
You know, it's gonna be really awkward in December when Anna and Fent come back with twins. And Steven doesn't know what happened.
Oh yeah, he's not in the beanstalk.
Amazing. That will not quite do it.
Nick may be moving, but he's here in spirit.
Yeah, he is plaguing you guys.
5, a 3, a 2, and a 1 today. Just need the 4 for the trifecta.
Yep.
Full house.
He is yellow house.
Garen will take a step forward and attack.
He has 2 attacks.
Yes. Hitting once this poor creature. Isabel.
Isabel and Clavius get into the thick of it. Go up alongside and is attempting to kind of distract / get in the way of the wolf using the help action to give Clavius advantage on his next.
Nice.
Could also flank. That's a mechanic we can use now.
Alright. Fent.
Fent snarls in Miss Wolfie's direction, northeast boy, and shoots in his general direction.
That'll hit the wolf.
Boom.
Boom. It is that wolf's turn, and he would like to return the favor very greatly. But he will instead run away.
Come back, Wolf C.
Getting off the board. Very quick, these wolves that don't wish to die. This wolf will attack. Who should he attack is the question. There's two of you. He really isn't sure. 50%. I'm gonna go low on Isabel because she's standing a little lower. The attack's going high. $23. I think might do it. 6 points of damage.
Oof.
And Flavius is prone. Steven, it is your
You
go.
can't roll while you're prone? Like a log roll? That's baloney.
Say what now?
Well, I was thinking, like, if you're prone, like, what if you, like, log rolled out of there? You know, that's always, like, my, like, prone.
Oh, I mean, you can.
Motive.
You can crawl, which equals log roll. That's a
Log roll is slightly more efficient than crawling.
That's a flavor log roll. Is really what a crawl would be.
Alright.
Steven, after slaying one, feeling good, sees
Feeling
another
great.
one coming after Sir Garen, and he will shoot again. Ah, damn.
Does not find home.
Not so great.
Can't kill all my wolves.
No. Doesn't have to use a bonus action to reload.
That's true. Feeling good. Feeling great. Professor X.
Patrick Stewart, seeing that Flavius just got taken down.
It's true.
We'll be taking aim at this creature's face.
Got a little buff to AC. Got a little buff to his A sizzle.
Oh, damn.
Doesn't matter at all. 8 points of damage. Enough to take out the wolf. This wolf will disengage and hightail it, but can only go 40 feet away.
Steven will shout, "Yeah, get out of here, that's right."
The wolf looks over his shoulder longingly. Saru.
We going here. We gonna attack.
Flank town.
Legitimate melee attack instead of just spewing.
Hey, you got advantage. Roll for the crit, I guess. Wow, look at this guy.
This guy. Should be attacking every time.
Frontline fighter right there.
I'm squishy.
Well, you just put the rapier.
Boink.
That guy's dumb.
Rapier, I barely knew it.
Wow.
Yikes! Watch out, Anna.
Really gonna have to start editing the middle of these.
That got me good. Wow. Wow. If everyone
And then
Would tell me their passive perceptions.
Oh.
13.
11. 13.
13 sounds right. Yeah, 13.
13 feels like enough.
14.
14 definitely feels like enough. You hear sounds over the sounds of battle, over the sounds of, murder of wolves. You hear the flapping of wings. What great timing.
No shit.
And you see a few things flying above the trees.
That's scary.
I'll give you a little click.
Ooh!
It looks kind of like that.
Oh, that's not what I wanted.
Horrific.
That's scary.
Why is its nostril so large?
I don't know. I wish I did. As flying into the fray, it would seem, is a large creature. And it spends its turn getting into the fray. Clavius.
Is it still my turn?
If you've got something, Saru.
Can I, help Clavius get up?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'll extend a hand out so he can get up quicker.
All right, Clavius, you can get up on your turn, only spending 5 feet of movement, which is right now.
And I don't see them with an 11.
No, you did not hear the sounds over the raucous sounds of wolf murder.
Do we see them or just hear them?
Those of you that hear them have spotted them on the horizon. Spotted them come over the trees.
I will definitely point them out to Clavius and Isabel, so she's right there.
So Saru is now pointing in that direction.
You see Isabel already.
We're not done yet. Do what?
You see Isabel already looking at them.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. I don't know. I didn't pay attention to rules. I'm just making sure, Izzy.
Clavius is gonna, having seen the point, gonna go stand by the horse, feeling like the horse needs some protection with only Fent there, who obviously has nothing but disdain for horse.
Or is terrified by the horse.
So let's call him by his name. His name is Old BJ.
Peach.
Oh, good, you named him.
Oh, I didn't name him.
Yeah.
Alright. Clavius, are you readying in action? That's my assumption.
Well, yeah, but he doesn't have a ranged weapon, so he would just ready an action if something came within his square.
Lovely.
Maybe if you took the goggles off and Cyclops laser eye beamed them.
Anna, it is your go as the second Thrak.
I have a passive of 12. Was that enough, or do I need to do a perception check to see what's going on?
You can roll perception. You've seen people start kind of moving to that front. So 12 is probably enough at this point. The DC lowered as they're coming into closer view, and everyone seems to be readying themselves against the threat that is inbound.
She'll start to back it up. She's got 5 more feet of movement. And, well, how high in the air are they?
They are nearly 50 feet.
They're nearly 50 feet high.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I still have the range. There's 75, and so it's like
Yeah,
roughly
you
like
should be fine.
125 feet. Okay. So she will.
I don't care about any half-hot nooses.
I mean, I wasn't gonna do the
That's
I wasn't gonna,
too much math.
I wasn't gonna do Pythagorean, but come on, another 3! Ah! Look at all that piercing damage.
That's nice.
A 3.
Your arrow hits against the creature and just flings off of its natural armor into the sky.
Good. That's your turn.
As he will stow, he will draw, and he will wait. Isabel.
Who has ranged weapons?
Steven.
Who has them currently drawn? So, Steven, fenced.
Garen does now.
Okay.
On
Sure. I'll cast this as. Bless at second level. So, Steven, Fent, Anna, and Xerxes are all blessed.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah, I've got a check mark for that.
So, add a d4 to attack rolls and saving throws.
Thanks, man.
Are we supposed to have a thing for that on our sheet?
Might have had to make it. There should be an area to make it underneath.
Is it an attack? What is plus 2?
It's a global attack modifier.
Yeah.
It adds a D4 to any attack roll or saving throw.
Xerxes, you now have it.
Thank you.
Blessed.
That's my turn.
You've been blessed. Fent. You up.
Feeling just this aura of luck within him, Fent is going to take a shot at old boy Lefty here.
How'd you know his name?
Oh. Is that it?
If I said no, that would be a lie.
He's cute.
That does hit, yes.
Is your dexterity +1, or did you somehow crit fail a dexterity drawing?
Bless.
No, that's bless. I rolled
Okay.
a 1 on a d4.
A critical failure.
Really fumbled with that cross or with that short bow.
Really fucked that up.
Ah,
Slapped my
Steven.
own wrist.
Steven, it is your go.
Steven sees the rocks and will take aim and fire. How's a 19 work for you?
19 works well. You going at lefty as well?
Yeah. Sorry, I should have said that. And how many crossbows bolts were in a clip, Nate? 3?
3.
3? Alright, then Steven will use a bonus action to reload.
Can you reload all 3 with the bonus action?
Yeah. Thanks to Professor
fucking
Xerxes.
That's pretty cool.
Pretty awesome.
Speaking of, go get him, Tiger.
I'd like to see if I know what these creatures are.
I would love for you to roll a check. That is Arcana or... I'm don't know what an aberration or a fiend check would be. An intelligence check of your choosing. That is an investigation because that doesn't make
Damn
sense.
it! I was gonna say then the one that I have +6 to.
Like nature, religion,
I think all the rest, it doesn't matter. All the rest
or
of them are 2.
arcana. This is when I wish that we had a few more things. Not sure. Big Bird.
Big Bird. Won't
It's
you
not
tell
yellow.
me how to get? I don't think I'm close enough to shoot these things.
Yeah, 75 or 75 feet. What's your range?
60.
Oof. Get up
That's
there.
going to be changed when I'm done with my mod, my friend.
Ooh,
Then I'm going to be able to shoot for 240, so get ready for that.
That's a tip of the hat. That's a tip of the hat. We got a sniper coming.
Someone cover BJ's ears.
Yeah, I'm gonna deafen our horse.
Or scare him away and he's just gonna take off running.
With the wagon.
He's heard the gunshot multiple times now, so.
This horse loves guns.
It's gonna run unfent.
Right.
Wow.
It's just
Wow.
This is a Wyvern scared of fucking horses, man.
Why he's standing in front of one?
That'll absolutely hit.
I know.
Anything else you'd like to do?
Xerxes will say, I'm not gonna lie, this is probably my fault, guys, and then sort of gesture to his gun.
My wolf will finish running away. And Saru, it is your turn.
Jeez. I will run towards the wagon. Yeah, I'll just run towards the wagon. And I'll just holler. We did say you weren't very stealthy, Xerxes. They don't have like armor on them, right? They're just like
Nope, just like
Okay.
got naturally tough hides that look like this.
yeah.
Ooh, so
Just
gross.
really wanted to send that out there.
It's the nostril that makes it the worst part. Wait, do you
Like
think
the
it actually had
spexes.
2 like top fangs?
I
along
almost
the top?
imagine more like eyeglasses. Spectacle.
Oh,
That's
I
what-
see
that's
that
what I
now.
see.
That's,
Oh, that's-
fucking
that's
horrifying.
That's funny.
Ooh.
I like that idea. Just wearing like very small glasses on the rim.
Yeah, like an overworked librarian.
Yeah. Santa Claus glasses. Dang.
That's all I got.
Alright.
I can't do anything else.
Just away. I like it. It's rock time. If you smell what the rock is cooking. It will fly. Landing. Really wants to do that. Landing there-ish, right before you.
Ooh.
Right before you, my good Fent. And a very loud, horrifying screech will emit from this thing's very strange nostrils. And I need anyone within 20 feet. Bitch. is all the line up to Steven. To make a Constitution saving throw.
Is this technically an attack roll?
It is not an attack roll.
But
Is it
plus
a-
gets added to saving throws.
Yes.
Yes.
I was asking for something different. Am I included in that roll? I don't remember. I'm sorry. You said
Yes.
20. Yeah, I am.
You're gonna be so scared.
What am I doing? I'm sorry.
Constitution save.
I was reading.
Old BJ also has to make a Constitution save.
Beach. Whoa.
Fucking critical.
Great.
He's got nerves of fucking steel.
They just have a gun go off by him, so.
He was ready for it. Fent and Clavius. You are stunned.
Fenn's just solely fixated on looking up this thing's nostril. He's pretty sure he sees a booger, but he's not sure.
How was he wearing those tiny glasses?
I think that's stunned. There it is. I have to guess which dumb icon is which, because I can't add my fucking own.
That's
and
dumb.
Still make these pop up on the side. It's very silly. Figure it's a lot easier to have the descriptions pop up on the side rather than have nice little images. So
I like that.
we get the descriptions. That is what the Brock does. Clavius, you, my friend, are stunned until the Brock's next turn. The second Brock
V-Rock.
the V-Rock will fly inland here.
Oh boy.
Making his first attack on the not stunned horse.
What?
Oh, don't do that. This is all y'all's fault for naming the horse.
A 10 does hit the horse. The horse's AC is 10.
Or should have better decks than that.
12 points of horse damage. Its second attack with its talon.
Ah.
Oh, my horsey.
Is he actually dead?
Well.
How are we gonna carry all the stupid stuff we just bought?
The horse has been murdered and is currently in the claws of the Vrock. Anna!
Troy. Always going after the animals, Troy. Why do you gotta do that?
Hey, I could have put that 11 damage on somebody else.
Honestly, we might have preferred it. We don't know.
I mean, Clavius would definitely have preferred it. At least what Autobot can be moved in a pocket.
Yeah, that's true.
Anna is an idiot, and we'll do an investigation check, you said? And if it's
not investigation.
No, like an Arcana check.
Yeah.
And if it is a Fey, Fiend, or an Undead, I have advantage.
You have advantage. But you didn't need it. This is a Vrock. A demon that spawns from the... You're going to get some info for that one.
We just saw that it
has a horrific screech ability. Yes. Yeah, you did see that.
Does it do it? Is it just the attacks? Or does that mean anything else?
It can do that screech once per day. Only one of them has done it so far. It does have an another ability. Oh, it just has magical resistance. It has advantage against saving throws against spells and other magical abilities. Seems like two pretty useful bits of information.
All right, so Anna will call out. The other one can still shriek, and they're resistant to magic. It's a demon. And we'll step over here, and we'll try to roll anything, just anything.
I mean, you did just roll two
Finally.
22s. There's a hitter.
And then you said it had magical resistance. Would I be able to use a perception to see how the lightning did?
Yes, you can. Hard to tell. You know it took damage. Just you're not sure the difference between the lightning and the other.
Sounds good.
So Garen will move up and hit it. Would be flanking, but Fent is currently not threatening the creature. The first will hit. The second will not confirm. That is his go. He yells something along the lines of, "Let go of that horse!" And that's it. Maybe he doesn't know the horse is dead. Who's to say? Isabel?
Let's see.
Is anybody looking hurt at all?
I don't think
The
anybody's
horse.
taking damage.
The horse.
The horse looks a little.
Does that horse look beyond?
I think
nice.
Clavius is the only one that's taken a little bit of damage from
Yeah,
the
I've
wolves.
taken
Like 6.
not very.
Anna self-mutilated.
That's true. Anna is bleeding.
Always true.
That is always true.
I guess she'll go up and she'll hold her action. Or spell.
A little bit. Fent, you are stunned.
Wait, he speaks falteringly and tries to shriek back at the one that shrieked at him.
You shriek falteringly. Sounds good. Steven, it is your go.
Steven is gonna fire a crossbow at old Lefty.
You guys really like him.
13.
13. Clangs off of the hide.
And then Steven will jump off the wagon and head this way. That's all he's got.
Xerxes.
Xerxes is just so angry right now, realizing that the dead horse means he's going to have to run or walk. It's going to be tough on his bones. He's kind of really pissed off. So at such a close range, he's really just taking aim at this creature's fucking face. So mad.
Not gonna do it.
He's going to attempt to do like a backward somersault maneuver after firing.
I love
to
it.
attempt to separate. So he probably will take an opportunity attack.
I love it. He will take an opportunity attack.
Is mad that he'll have to walk. but tries to do a backflip.
Tries to somersault away. 10.
Does not hit.
Does not
He
hit.
is evaded with the somersault.
17 points of damage. A 10 on the D10.
So he rolls back to his feet and runs over to that location.
Saru.
Hop it over here. And then he's gonna use mad that our horse is dead. Also sad that our horse is dead because we just named him. Vicious mockery, and we'll see what happens.
Literally yells, but we just named that horse.
No, literally, it's like we just named him. We don't have time to name another horse. We don't have another horse.
We don't have time to name another horse.
He now has what? Disadvantage on his next attack?
On his next attack.
Yes, and then I'm also going to use my reaction on the other one to use cutting words. Except in true Saru fashion, it's not going to be words. It's going to be a medley of just crazy ocarina notes, because it is.
Does it have to happen while it's attacking?
Yes. I'll
think
answer
so.
for that, you as someone who's played a bard. You can wait.
Alright, yeah. So do that while it's making an attack, which it might just be about to do. It steps up and attempts to attack Fent. Now would you like to use cutting words?
I would, except it didn't click like I wanted it to, so.
Your words.
There it is.
Make him feel insecure.
No, it's a bunch of musical notes. Confusing musical notes. Loud, screeching, weird.
Alright, its first attack at advantage because he is stunned. But minus Bardic Inspiration die.
Yep, got it.
So you can roll your Bardic Inspiration die, and that will be taken away from this Talon attack. One of them is a crit.
Oh, man.
Take it away.
Didn't probably do it.
Definitely doesn't hit.
There's nope, nothing I could roll would have saved that.
Fent,
23 hits.
23 hits.
Or 12.
12 points of damage.
Ouch, he says.
Pop. The second with the beak. 5 points of damage. You are no longer stunned. As this bad boy stands in your face. Clavius, you are also no longer stunned.
Can I get, depending on where the horse is in movement, can I get there?
Yeah. You can move through the horse's. He was your friend, so you can move through his space.
Acquaintance.
Well, in that case, you can't move through his space. Only friends, only allies.
Alright, we're gonna start off with that.
That'll hit.
Is it still alive?
It is.
We're gonna action surge and do it again.
Nice.
It's raining down the hits. It seems rather unhappy. Its movement becoming a little more frantic, but it does still stand.
I imagine it pushes up with spectacles. I'm unhappy.
Yeah, it pushes up those strange nostril-like spectacles.
And then as a bonus action,
Yeah.
I'm going to use my second wind to recover some hit points.
Oh, that's a good second wind.
Nice.
And that'll do it.
It's Screech.
Ugh.
So I need Constitution saving throws from everyone within 20 feet.
Son of a
Damn it,
bitch.
didn't move far enough away.
I didn't even get an opportunity to really shriek at it.
Oh no, and Isabel. Oh boy. That's our healer.
Isabel. Fant.
Saru?
There is Saru's 13. 13. Saru.
Oh.
Got him. I need to roll for SG. Pretty solid constitution. And Clavius is good. And it will take off into the air, dragging the horse with it.
Oh, screw you, Brock.
Sargeran and Clavius, not being stunned, you guys can make opportunity attacks.
That is no advantage because the stunning on Fent.
Correct.
So, okay.
Both miss, and the Vrock with horse in tow gets 30 feet into the air.
Is it?
What's that?
Is it like straight up in the air?
Yeah, it looks like it's just trying to like get into the air. Yeah. So just 30 feet above. Anna.
I think he's going to throw that horse right on Fent.
He could.
No, please. No.
Anna, fearing that Brock is gonna escape, is gonna self-mutilate some more with a bonus action. And will cast Blood Cursed of the Marked on the one that's in the air, giving her advantage and an extra die roll if this lands.
Whew.
Just drop that.
There you go.
That'll hit.
And an extra d4. So 16 damage.
16 damage, you say?
Yeah.
Oh no. Is the horse gonna drop on Fent?
Is the horse and the rock gonna drop on Fent? I think is the question. There are two giant falling objects at the moment.
A horse and a Vrock come tumbling to the earth.
And not, although I don't think this matters for my roll, but to be rules Nazi, do I self-bless with Isabel
I
stunned?
think so. She can still... Yeah, it doesn't say she can't, so she can.
Sounds good.
Monitor's being crazy.
Stop that monitor.
Oh, that was scary. I thought I lost you.
So does the Brock and Olby just land like
right around 5 feet away. That's your capable of movement.
When Sir Garen Clavius can make dexterity saving throws, Fent, you automatically fail the saving throw. Because of the stun.
Oh no, sorry.
It's okay.
An 18, very good.
I do a somersault back and nod at Xerxes.
8.
You're gonna say not at Fent. Like,
because it is not a direct hit, it will not be a full 3d6, but we'll go 2d6. 5 points of damage to Fent and Sir Garen. As they get struck by limbs.
How are you doing there, Fent?
Yeah, that's why I was like,
ouch.
And our healer's stunned. It can't get to you this turn. Both healers are stunned and can't get to you this turn. And you have monster girl. So
quite stunned.
I apologize.
Fent plays dead.
I have to play the character.
Sir Garen will do what he can to move here, to attack. Pop.
Ooh.
Critical threat does not confirm. But he does hit again.
That's fine.
Dealing, that's
Sir
first.
Garen is such a freaking beast.
He, just rolls. Apparently, that's where I put my good rolls.
We appreciate it.
I imagine
Like our
Arthur.
horse, he's not long for this world, I'm afraid.
Isabel. Now, here is an interesting question.
Yes.
You're technically stunned till the Brock's next turn.
That doesn't have a turn.
But it doesn't have a turn.
It's up to you.
Because it is a magical creature with magical abilities, I actually think Fent, your stun probably would have dropped when it died. Because the thing doesn't have an next turn. So actually, you can roll that dexterity saving throw, Fent. And if you fail, you get to keep the damage. You succeed, so you actually get the 5 damage back. You are not.
There's a chance at
stunned.
survival.
And Isabel, you are actually not stunned as well. Neither is Saru.
I did do the right thing. That was good timing.
Yeah, I just reread the thing and it says at the end of the Brock's next turn, that's when the stun ends. So it would make sense that that effect would be over once the animal creature dies. So Isabel, it is your go.
Isabel, feeling herself freed from the rock's presence, will run up to Fent and just firmly grab him on his right shoulder and cast spell for 20 points.
Holy shit.
Jesus.
Thanks, buddy.
That's a lot of D's.
I can't go over my max HP, can I?
You cannot.
Is there any way we can see and check, is it noticeable, how much better she made him right there?
Fent literally goes from bleeding out and almost dying to
Yeah, it's
like a
the
little
wounds
wind
just
up
kind
toy.
of- yeah,
And
the
he
wounds just
flexes a
push
little
out.
bit.
Mario eating a mushroom.
Yeah.
Fent grows.
I wish.
Anything else, Isabel?
Thanks, buddy.
Would that be flanking for Fent?
Yep.
Alright, is around to the side, trying to draw its attention slightly.
Fent, it is your go.
And casts aside his stupid short bow, draws his long bow, and with a real, actual shriek, attacks this guy.
With advantage. With advantage.
Yeah, with advantage.
advantage,
Roll for that crit. 10 points damage.
Stab, stab.
Seems good. Steven.
There's not much Stephen can do, but continuing to chip away.
There you go. It's a good chip.
How about that?
That'll hit.
Like that.
The chips are falling.
Done.
Xerxes mutters under his breath, "Damn demon buzzards," and reloads his weapon.
Oh, I'm so sad. I want him to just blow his brains out. Saru. Click, reload. We should make you a little reload button.
Sweet. I'm going to poke it with my rapier. And let's see. Bloop. Maybe not.
Boy.
Oh boy.
You wanna confirm that?
Nope, I don't.
You do not. You do not confirm.
And then I'm going to give. Who's next?
The Vrock.
Well, I'm not gonna give him anything.
Come on.
Rude.
I cast Bardic Inspiration on the Brock. No. I'll do it for Clay. Nope, we're gonna do it for Fent. Because Fent just looks re-energized and sprightly. So Fent, you will have Bardic Inspiration.
What does that give me? What does that mean?
It gives you a D6 to use on your next attack roll, saving throw, or that's it.
Do I get to choose? I mean, wow.
Yeah, either one. Ability check, attack roll, or saving throw.
Yeah, you can like
Cool.
use it within the next 10 minutes whenever you want to.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Thanks, buddy.
It's the Vrock's turn, and he has a lot of target, and he's really happy about it. So we're gonna do it like a clock. I feel like Saru being first, Isabel, then Fent and Sergarian, and we're gonna roll some percentage. Pop, pop, pop. Sound like a gunshot. My roll is not coming through.
That's fine.
We assume it's a critical.
Fent, I am
Fail.
really trying really hard to hit you here with this beak.
Been inspired by a bard. Can't hit him.
There it goes. He does not have advantage, but it is 9 points of damage.
Ouch.
I don't know if that was a roll 20 thing or what. The second going for Sir Garen. Talons critical.
Oh.
He's not named, right?
He is not named.
Alrighty.
Woof.
That hurts.
Thank goodness that's Sir Garen.
Yeah, that up.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
That is a lot of damage.
No. He's not even like unconscious. He's like just dead.
He is unconscious and dying. But in a very bad way, it turns out.
That's not good.
And the rock. Got that talon gripped firmly around Sir Garen. Sir Garen's body. And it's going to move 30 feet into the air.
No.
Dragging him with it.
Wow.
Because
Isabel
I feel like
punchy.
he absolutely has to do that. Xerxes. Or, sorry, Clavius. It is your
Good
go.
opportunity attacks.
Yes.
Ooh, yeah.
The three of you get opportunity attacks. If you have a melee weapon or a fist that you would like to use to punch it. 18 will hit. Oh, there's ones.
There you go. 6
That will
points
also
of
hit.
damages is.
All right. Clavius, it is your go.
Clavius will lovingly stow his flail at his side and disgustingly draw a light crossbow.
Wait, how do you draw like crossbow in a disgusting manner?
Like the look on his face when he was talking to the halflings, just the antithesis of that goes over his face. Just disgust. He's been knocked to the ground by a wolf. He's been stunned.
Hit. Chipping away. This rock is very dead. Oh no.
Oh man. Could use that, don't know if I used the advantage and the extra damage to die too fast. But we will. Fire.
I have it when ready.
Oh.
Yes!
Critical threat.
There we go.
That'll hit.
Yeah.
Multiply your damage.
He's super dead.
It's 32 points.
Donna
of
just takes aim. Fires the arrow through one of the eyes, straight through the glasses, piercing the eyes of the Varrock.
32 points of damage.
Yeah.
Kills.
Except.
Sir Garen.
Sir Garen falls to the ground,
Oh no. Oh no.
So
automatically failing 2 death saving throws. It is his turn.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
here we go.
This is it.
Part of the cards.
Part of the cards.
Fuck.
A flat
Go
D20.
dice roll.
Oh.
Oh
Wow.
Permanently
Dead.
dead.
We did it.
Oh.
Unbelievable
Our
dice.
first permadead character.
Gee.
Unbelievable dice.
I mean, I know it's small consolation, but that easily could have been Fent. So,
Without a fucking doubt. Yes.
Yeah, so we'll count our blessings there, but wow.
I believe I
Could've-
did say about 20 minutes ago that he was not long for this world.
Yeah, I can't wait to listen to that back.
You did say that.
I guess we need a break.
Uh,
Are we out of combat?
we
we
are
done?
out of combat, and we will come back after a short break.
Oh man.
Rip Sir Garen.
That was like the Ned Stark of the burnt right there.
Mhm.
don't know if it's time to bring this up, but I did get 2 bottle caps at combat.
Nice.
There we go.
You got the bottle cap for killing Sir Garen then?
I got the bottle
Didn't die for nothing.
Let an ally die.
I got a bottle cap for landing the killing blow and for landing a critical hit with my right weapon active. So
boom.
Got him.
I was just pointing out this over here, this nice, beautiful little rock.
Yeah.
That's our camera rock. So there he is. There's an up close picture of him. He's filming everything.
So don't look straight at the rock when talking.
Don't look straight at the rock.
When it was pointed out, Fent looked right at it.
What do I do with my hands?
What do I do with my feet?
Well,
Can I complain about something real fast to you guys before we get on to the sad things?
Eggs.
Well, yes. They're just all raw right now, which has just been terrible. Our water here smells like chicken.
And you
Like
live in
cooked chicken.
Cooked?
Yeah, we're on like Potawatomi water. I don't know if that's a thing.
Get a filter.
We have a filter, and we've replaced it because I complained so much about our water smelling like chicken.
Sounds like Manhattan.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, the Tyson plant has been known to wash their chickens in that particular
In the
reservoir.
water tower. Yeah.
Does Court think it smells like chicken, or is it just like a prego thing?
Yeah, it could be.
I think it bothers me more because I'm pregnant, but he says it has a smell. He just hasn't identified it as chicken. It just smells like cooked chicken.
Huh. I
It's
don't
very-
love that. I don't love the idea of that.
But our ice doesn't have any kind of taste or smell to it, so I've been just chewing ice.
You could melt your ice.
I feel like it probably actually does still smell like chicken. It's just cold, so I can't tell the difference. I
What
haven't
if you
been willing to
boil the
test
water
it.
first.
Oh, that's a lot of work, Michael. I'm not doing that. Come
I
on
don't
now.
know. I'm just trying to get away from the chickens.
Yeah, mostly I just want to complain about it, not fix it. Just
I'd also rather talk about
chicken
this
water.
than talk about the death of Sir Garen. So
He died. What a majestic man.
we hardly knew ye.
I was gonna make a joke earlier saying that Arthur, like when he finally started participating in these fights, Arthur would have made some kind of a quip of like, "Boy, I'm glad you finally got some skin in the game," or it's a fucking terrible impression.
That was Nick. Are you on the call, Nick?
And then he left all of his skin in the game.
Oh, nice.
A little bit less nice.
Yeah, that made me incredibly happy seeing how the rolls worked out. Just like the percentile dies and everything, it's just kind of wild. And then the
Someone's
critical
happy.
hit. I mean, it's just
Just
kind of.
admit that you were insanely happy that.
No, I just like that rolling the die out in the open is what did Sir Garen in. You know, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah. Just think, he's super happy that he killed one of his own characters. Just imagine what's going to be when he kills one of us.
Hey, look at all my characters on the board are dead. Gotta take some pleasure from something.
So Sarah's checking on Sir Garen.
Isabel
Hoping that in
pushes
some
Sarah
way-
out of the way and gets down to check his vitals.
Steven, in the meantime, having no idea what's going on with Sir Garen, walks up to Anna and is like, I guess we're the one who slayed the 2 beasts, huh?
Steven might be my favorite. He just gets himself into situations, man.
Yeah, he's just kind of brushing his crossbow, pretty good shot, right?
Yes, you continue to improve. We should go check on Sir Garen, see if he's okay. Looked like the Brock had him.
Oh
Or
no!
fall.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And Anna will start to walk up.
You don't need to roll a medicine check to
I
know that he is dead.
Isabel just sits there, kind of kneeling next to him. Notices everyone's gathering around and just shakes her head.
Is there nothing that can be done? Talking to Isabel.
So, I mean, I imagine she would have tried doing normal, like, CPR check pulse thing.
Yeah.
No avail, right?
Like serious battle wounds. I mean, he's probably like disemboweled and legless or something where it's just like, fuck.
Yeah, and the rock kind of like landed partially on him. They kind of skidded across the ground a bit.
Ew, gross. It's half his face is like on the grass over there.
It's not great.
Isabel points out where the ribcage broke in when the rock landed on it.
Did he die from the fall?
Isabel looks Anna dead straight in the eyes and just says, "Yes, I believe so."
That's not going to be good for Anna's drinking.
Yeah, Anna will kind of just like stand there and blink.
Steven's just gonna kind of like walk back towards the wagon.
Fountain will go up to Anna.
You can hear Steven sniffling.
Like seeing her reaction to that. And he's definitely, I mean, he's been in positions where he had to choose something in I've been in positions where I've had to choose what to do in a battle and it's ended in somebody's death, and I'm just want you to know that I know what you must be feeling right now, and it's terrible. And if you need a drinking buddy later, we can tap into some of that dwarven whiskey if you can keep it on the down low.
Thanks, Ben.
Fen kind of like gruffly and then walks away to ponder the fact that could have very easily like been him.
Sir Garen knew the dangers beyond the wall. He died a hero's death, saving us from untold danger. The least that we can do is put him to rest. Clavius, give me a hand.
Clavius will nod. He'll nod. And I'll very, very inappropriately ask the DM, how does his plate mail look?
Roll an investigation check. Just as a quick look over, with it still on him. It's hard to tell. You can tell that it took some damage, but it's hard to tell the extent from just a look. With that roll.
Isabel probably would have taken off the front chest plate.
Yeah, and if you guys would continue to take off all the plate mail and examine it thoroughly, you could get more intel on that.
I'll ask Xerxes, since he's the inventor, is it usable?
Do I need to do a check, Michael?
Yeah, you can do an investigation check as well. You would know that it's usable for sure. Plate mail does have to be fitted to its wearer. So it could be, it would need to be adjusted, likely.
Would I have the skills to do that in the wild?
You would most likely need a shop.
Okay.
Or a forge of some kind to be able to do all that was needed. You might be able to do like a kind of get some of it together to get by. You could probably fit the breastplate to fit somebody for now, so that they could just have the breastplate until getting it all together at a later point. But once you had access to a shop or a forge or something, you'd be able to fit that.
Sir Garen was no cheapskate. His armor is quite well crafted. As you no doubt know, Clavius, it was made to fit his body. I fear it wouldn't fit you properly. And with our means of transportation dead as well, I don't know if we can possibly carry it until we come to a place that I can work on it.
Oh yeah, I'm totally gonna carry it. Even if if there's any way for it not to encumber me, I'm carrying it.
Let me look. Plate armor. Won't load.
65 pounds.
That sounds right. Yeah, I can't get it to load. Yeah, 65 pounds for the whole set.
Would fashioning the breastplate to him in this like impromptu way, would that do anything with his AC, or is it just?
Yeah, it would give you the breastplate AC, which is I think 14 plus Dex, up to 2, so possible total of 16.
So it wouldn't do me any good, based on what I've got now. I'd need to get the whole thing working.
Okay. If you carry it, I'll work on it when I can. I'll make sure that it fits you as snugly as it fits Sir Garen. I hope it's a tribute to him.
Well, that can be a discussion for another time. Let's find an appropriate place.
Anna will have
final walk.
Anna will have walked over and crouched down. You guys are doing that and be like, is there a letter, instructions, or something on him to help us? It was sort of our lead. Does he have anything?
Has Borsal said anything?
Borsal just is shocked, taken aback. He was, looking over Isabel's shoulder, like asking if there was anything she could do and just kind of watching, but otherwise he hasn't said anything specific. He was as much of just a member of the crew as all of you were.
Gotcha. So it was not Ko, it was very much he.
Yeah, he was just one of you as far as you all are concerned.
I guess Anna would like to do an investigation just to see if he has any papers or map, anything. Oh, that checks. She starts to, her hands on him and then just can't do it. Just has to pull her hands back, take a few steps back.
To make it a little easier on my old back, I want to remove the armor before we move the body. In the process of removing the armor, can I check and make sure he's got, trying to do the same thing she was doing?
Absolutely. As you kind of pull everything off, the loot you find.
My.
It's just so weird when it's one of your
Who's
own.
the real buzzards?
Morbid.
There's a heavy crossbow, great sword, the full plate armor, a badge or sigil of Briarwood, a pouch with 500 gold pieces in gems, 27 crossbow bolts, and that is all he has on his person.
So Xerxes puts, the contents of his person off to the side, not really interested in, taking what's his, and motions to Clavius to start moving. I do think this area would be a good place for us to bury him. There's a nice rock. It could be a headstone.
That's gonna be a really good shot.
This is like the Truman Show sailboat shot.
Yep.
Yeah.
Where
It's our hero shot.
Xerxes will start digging the hole.
Anna will
I'll
go pick
help
up.
him.
Anna will go pick up the badge of Briarwood, and then sort of just go like sit under a tree.
I assume Arthur would probably help dig the hole.
Oh,
Not
for
to
sure.
Not to take big liberties for Nick's character, but something tells me he would help dig the hole. So you guys spend some time in this area.
Michael,
Well, they're digging the
Yes.
hole.
can I slip a bottle of that whiskey?
Oh, you can absolutely.
Do I need to make a
Damn
check?
it!
No, you're not even within sight at with at the back of the wagon. You could easily do it.
Okay. I'm gonna go over to Anna, and Isabel's gonna pop it open, take a swig, and then toss it to her.
Anna will look it over, and Clavius will not be pleased.
We need to lighten his load anyway. He's gonna be carrying that plate.
And she'll take a pretty big swig.
I didn't mean to give you that glare. He would have died had you not shot it.
She'll kind of just offer like a half-hearted chuckle, take another swig, and then hand it back.
Isabel will take another swig.
So he'll go, and she'll sort of say like, "A wise man told me they call you a hero when the word murderer falls short." And she'll kind of like just be like flipping the badge of Briarwood over and over in her hand, just kind of looking at it.
It's the best line you've said yet.
She'll laugh, but she doesn't have a response.
Isabel will just sit down next to her.
Yeah.
And pass the bottle if she wants more.
Actually, probably upon taking two like very heavy swigs, Anna would probably actually definitely like just puke and by the tree. And if you wanted to look at her puke, it would be mostly a color of green. It would not. I mean, obviously some of the whiskey had come up, but it would mostly green puke. And she'd kind of wipe her mouth.
That always gets you.
Maybe show me what those things are made of sometime. Just maybe I can lighten the load a bit.
I was told that my elven body would reject these for a long time. But if you want to take a look at one, I certainly could use the help.
If I can do anything, I've certainly never come across anything like this.
I'll show you after in the morning.
Right.
When I've made it, and I've made a new one.
All right. Isabel will sit there in silence unless Anna has more to say.
No, I'm sitting there in silence, internally appreciating Isabel's company, but we'll not talk.
While they're digging, Michael, Steven is on one of these trees right here, just trying to like roughly carve a like here lies Sir Garrett marker, just in like just the letters, nothing fancy, but making a little marker there. You're muted.
Yes, that is definitely easy enough.
Have we dug the hole now?
Yeah, absolutely.
And we're digging.
So, we get his body, we get it in there, fill up the hole with dirt, and Xerxes will take the great sword and just stick it into the ground, kind of near the the head of the grave, is just another marker.
When they're like, I assume you've like dug and set them in, you're starting to like put the dirt back on them. Anna would come like, join the group writ large for sort of the end as Steven spoke.
Isabel will follow.
Steven at one point would say, kind of to no one in particular, but just like, we're not going back now, are we?
I don't think anyone would argue that Sir Garen would want us to go back. He would want us to keep going and finish the quest. Otherwise, he dies for nothing. Unless some of you are afraid and looks around very intently to see if anybody looks like they're afraid.
So having finished the grave, the marker, etc., Xerxes says, Orseal, I believe you knew him the best. Do you care to say a few words before we move on?
Yes, I spoke with the man some. I wouldn't say I knew him well. He was a humble servant to Briarwood, and he helped us greatly in where we came. I did not expect for him to fall. If any of us were to make it, I would have put my money on him. I know he wasn't
Fell all
much. I know he wasn't much of a godly man, but I do believe that if the gods are out there, that he will find his way to them. When we stood outside the Shrine of Ulfrid, I couldn't help but notice how he took in the large statue while I drew it for my maps. He definitely saw the beauty in things. I feel as though this meadow here is a good final resting place for him.
And he kind of just like bows his head after that. It's been a while. You guys probably spent the greater part of the afternoon into probably a portion of the evening to kind of get him all interred into the ground. Is your intent to stay near here for the rest of the night, or do you want to try to get some more? I assume you have to figure out what you're wanting to do with the wagon, the things in it, and all that.
Steven would want to get away from this place if possible, but we're now on foot.
Michael, how far away is the tower?
You were expecting to get there by the end of the day. So I mean, it's nearly a half day's march at this point. And it's almost dark.
And probably just makes sense to stay, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think we should stay and figure out how we're going to travel forward.
We should move
Short of there being blood and guts everywhere, I don't think that there's a reason to.
We should move away a little bit.
Yeah, the wolves are going to come back for all these carcasses.
What are the odds that we can tame one of those wolves? Not the dead ones, but a live one. And then have it. We could have like a little bunch of wolves pulling our wagon instead of a horse.
Snow sled.
Yeah.
We're running the Iditarod now.
Do the wolves look any different than normal wolves?
Gold teeth and shit.
Looking at the wolves.
They got the dead one.
They do not look any different. Okay. Here's your great sword.
I was like, is there a sword on the map?
So are we gonna generally move just a little bit away and then camp?
Yeah, I think so.
Move up over here.
Seeing that people are pretty shaken by what's happening, or what's happened, Xerxes will say, I suggest that we move slightly farther from this place. As Clavius said before, the wolves will return for the carcasses left here. We need to move in the direction of the tower. I think we could all use a bit of true respite. Gather your items from the wagon. Leave what you cannot carry. And we will continue on. As sad as it may be, Sir Garen will likely not be the last of us to fall. We all need to be prepared for what this journey may take from us. He'll move toward the wagon to gather his own things.
Anybody need healing?
Not really.
I'm at 2/3 of my HP.
So after Xerxes said that and starts to move, Anna, who's just been sort of like, standing there staring, will squat down and sort of talk to the dirt pile and say, a wise man told me, Sir Garen, that a full leaf falls from the tree with dignity, not anger. And then she'll stand up and walk towards his stuff. And then, I guess walk towards the wagon with everybody else.
Connor, are you like improving these lines? Or are you like looking up like deep thoughts before?
It's a little.
That's all Anna. That's all Anna. Just
Anna.
rocking him off the dome.
Impressed.
Connor's not here. That's Anna.
Connor's ice cream shop actually gives fortune cookies with every single ice cream.
They're in
They're
the
like
bottom of.
melted and.
They're in the bottom of every waffle.
I did
cone.
love the fortune cookie ice cream. I just didn't like all those little pieces of paper getting stuck in my teeth.
I'm in the process of memorizing the Book of Proverbs, so it's just great fire.
All right.
Amping up.
Also, Anna would go back to his pile and get the gems if nobody's done anything with them, because she did see them when she got the brat badge. But if we're leaving and there's 500 gold pieces of gems that are there, she's gonna get them. She's not so out of whack to not be stupid.
It's a lot of gems. I assume the bolts are being taken by someone.
Yeah, she would offer them to Steven.
Steven would not have thought to grab them, but he'll take them and offers them to him.
Yeah, I mean, she would take the gems, the bolts, and then come up. You probably will want these. A bit morbid, but you never know what you need on the road.
Steven will thank them.
I mean, I think we should take the crossbow and the greatsword and the rest of it too, right?
She would not.
Greatsword is a grave marker.
The greatsword.
Oh, I guess we'll leave the stupid greatsword.
I would not have. I would have only taken the gems and the bolts. So
We have to carry all this stuff too, remember. We are wagonless.
Clavius has already unrolled his bedroll, put the plate nail in, and tied it up with the hempen rope, and it's just hoofing
Sticking
it.
bottles of dwarven whiskey into every pocket and crevice.
Yeah, he's gonna have a -10 on every initiative roll.
Well, Fent will carry the heavy crossbow then. That's fine. Just to keep it. Maybe Arthur wants it or something.
Yeah, if Arthur does want anything, he can retcon that he took them.
I will say that Xerxes would oppose people taking the greatsword.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
I think it is being left as a marker.
Yeah, for sure.
Alright, so you guys collecting what you can from the wagon and now carrying it all, which is quite fun. How far are you planning to go? A couple miles? Or are you just...
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, far enough away where we wouldn't be threatened by scavengers or bodies. I don't think any of us are prepared to go on a long journey. So probably just 2 or 3 hours maybe of walking or
at most.
Yeah,
How much light do we have left in the day? You said it was approaching dusk.
Yeah, you probably have an hour or 2 hours at this
So
point.
maybe until it gets dark. You guys okay with that?
Yeah, that's fine.
And set up camp.
Anything before we sleep?
You guys find a nice,
In the water. Oh.
nice campsite that looks eerily familiar.
Not blessed anymore, just remember that.
Yeah. No longer blessed. Anything anyone like to do before bedtime? I assume it was a quiet hike to get to this point.
Words not need be spoken. And Sarah will play a song though before everybody, well, as everybody's going to bed, depending on who stays up late or not. So if no one else is doing anything, that song can commence. And we'll see if you can actually hear it.
Yeah.
Yes.
We can definitely hear that.
I like it.
I love a live concert.
So, Michael, one thing you said last session was at the end of the day, I would have my mod created.
Yeah. Since the travel did not happen, you can work into the night a little bit and have it ready by the morning.
In the morning?
Yeah. Since the day was filled with other things, as it turned out.
So I created a long barrel. So the firearm can make attacks up to its long range without disadvantage.
We're like 3 or 4 sessions in, and Nate's already like made a super gun.
Oh, you don't even know what all I can do. That I only have 3 or 4 options at the 3rd level.
Those I know they get more. Yup. Everybody gets an extra D6 for the Song of Rest as well. Whenever that happens.
I think now, right?
Yeah.
Fent will take first watch.
I'll take a watch.
Anna will be up for her usual 3rd and 4th.
Now that I was thinking about this, sorry, in the interim. Now that we have so many people that can take watches, do we want to double up on watches? Have we discussed that yet? Like, do we want to have 2 people per watch? For 4 watches? Is that something we've considered?
We certainly can. I mean,
I
we
was
could also
gonna-
make watches shorter
I was going
too.
to take either 3rd or 4th with Anna. Just one of them.
I'll take first with. Who was with first?
Fent, I think.
Then, okay. I'll take first as well.
Going solo on 2. Like it.
I will take 2.
Still trying to figure out his theme song. Since Clavius asked 2 days ago.
Maybe Clavius is writing your theme song.
Maybe Clavius. I don't know. I don't know if I haven't had a conversation with Clavius if he's even musically inclined yet or not.
Looked at my inventory, Bartlett. I actually have an instrument.
Do you really?
Yep.
Nice. What do you got?
What do you need?
That's not what I asked.
What do you need for
I mean,
the
I'm not
band?
asking for me. I'm just curious what kind
Bass?
of instrument
Electric
Xerxes
guitar?
would play. Because I feel like it'd be a horn. Or like cymbals. Like he absolutely just has cymbals that he just runs around just...
I don't know. I'll give it some thought because it just says instrument.
Yeah, I mean, you know, if Xerxes wants to play an instrument, you know, we've got room in our band.
Start in the band.
The band just lost 1 member, so feel free to jump in.
He didn't seem like much of an instrument player.
No, probably not. All right. Morning comes. The night passes peacefully. Nothing fishy on any of your watches.
Zombie creatures.
It seems there are no zombie creatures. You wake up in the morning. Anything anyone would like to do before getting on the walking trail, as we call it now.
I wish Finn
wagons.
would have bought some pickled eggs for morning breakfast. Said he's still chewing on dried fish.
Anna would show Isabel
Right.
her little vial, and then show her Isabel the ingredients. And this vial, it's not the same one as yesterday. And Anna would probably be blabbering a little bit to Isabel, being like, the one yesterday, it made me a little more... I was just a little quicker to the punch. Able to aim a little better, shoot a little better. This one today is just going to make me a little more aware. And it's basically the color of piss. It's like that yellow. Like it, it's the pale yellow. Not fully hydrated. Yummy. Close. This one will just make me a little more aware of what's going on. She'll let Isabel look at it, look at the ingredients, do whatever before putting it down.
Is Isabel familiar with any of the ingredients?
I don't know what the ingredients are, but there's a chance.
Okay. She'll think.
I would say it's likely that she would be familiar with something that is in it. I don't know exactly what is in it, but
Neither do I. But if we need to do that homework, we can.
yeah.
Isabel will take notes, or you wrote it down for Isabel, right? Or you?
Yeah. So if you look through a notebook, she's got like different labels of what they're called. This one's called precipitant, and it's got the ingredient list and like what you're supposed to do, sort of like a recipe thing, with her own notes scattered to the side.
I'll have to consult my references to see to call exactly what these ingredients do, and I'll see if there's anything I can add to maintain the potency, but maybe lessen the ill effects of it.
I would appreciate not puking my guts out every day.
It's
could be a good benefit of the road.
Yeah. Trust me, it's not pleasant to watch either.
Chill, Chuck. Just put it down.
Alright.
Xerxes spent the morning crafting bullets. I don't remember what we did for that. I think it took gold and a tinker check of some sort to determine how much.
Yes. It'll be a tinker check. Whoa. You're able to do 15 bullets.
Heyo.
Heyo.
And how much gold should I subtract?
15 gold. For the time being.
Cool. I don't want to run out. That would be the worst.
everybody good?
Are we still seeing the wagon tracks from the halfling's wagon? As we follow along this trail?
Make a survival check, if you will.
Ooh.
Harder to find the tracks as it just with the weather and that you haven't been necessarily tracking it the whole time. But yeah, you can actually find some signs of them here and there that match that of Hilda and the small wagon. All right, so is the plan to walk towards the tower? Or
so?
I believe so.
Put you guys up so I can grab you. Ooh, Borseal can sit next to the rock.
It's just so interesting to think about, like, all the rolls of the dice, but also, like, if Arthur was here, that combat would have been totally different because...
Oh, yeah, totally. For sure.
So really what I'm saying is it's Nick's fault.
Nick's
fault.
Basically,
That's
yeah.
correct. That's
Always.
the only logical conclusion to draw.
That's 2 campaigns he's cost us the wagon and the horses.
Yeah.
The worst. Look what you've done, Nick.
So is Clavius just like clanging glass every time he walks?
He's walking a little slow, clanking along. I don't know how much stuff he's got, but I assume it's
All of it.
a lot.
All of it.
All of the things. To a new thing, because after some time, let me put you over here. You come to the edge, or near at least the edge of a lake. Nothing occurs on your walk to the lake. You come out through that grouping of trees, a small forest, small woods.
Hey, Michael.
Yeah.
Is it actually called the coursing, or is this misspelled?
Where?
Where I'm pinging.
Ooh.
I thought it was the crossing.
What
if I remember
fucking
right.
nailed it. That's why. Boom! How do you like them apples?
Love it.
Bottle cap.
Yeah. Are you being serious?
No bottle cap. That was like a life bottle cap.
Okay,
You can
well,
use
those are
that.
good too.
You can use that against me in disc golf or something.
Ooh, there we go. I like that.
Disadvantage, I have to take the worst throw.
There you go.
+5. If you say a +5 in disc golf would be a big advantage for Marshall.
I like that.
+5 feet to the end of your throw.
We're gonna get a little marker on the map for Sir Garen.
Ooh, I like that. Yeah.
That's a good idea.
His great sword.
Yeah.
I don't know sword in here. But, I have the sword that I used. Pop.
And who could forget about old BJ?
Old BJ always
Very
gets the
sad.
shaft, Doesn't get
Named him. Very next
doesn't
thing.
get buried.
Died.
All right, so you come out on the other side of this copse of trees to see a view that looks like this. It only took a few hours to get here, so it's still, early-ish in the morning. Ignore those people that are in this thing because they're not taking a bath in the water. But you see a lake out a few hundred feet. Is a tower. The morning light shining on the old bricks of the tower that seems overgrown with some, vines crawling up the side. You'll note the tower is on a very small island with barely anything else. And the stairs just kind of descend into the dark waters of the lake. This is what you find when you come out on the other side of the Surgarian Woods. What do you do?
I asked the people fishing if they've caught anything.
That's actually Arthur. It's just waiting out.
So, were we just coming to the Paragus Lake just because it was like the next stop? Did we know we had a reason to specifically be here?
It was along the path I think we were following, right?
Mm-hmm.
Correct. Surgarian, I believe, he might have told Arthur
He mentioned something about it.
that we were heading this way because it was the way that it was the route that the previous had taken. This was a tower that was used as kind of a outpost during the primordial incursion. A soldier would round up around this region. There was a camp near here. So he was familiar with the area. And it was just a waypoint basically on the journey, a place that you could stop. He was hopeful that maybe you'd be able to get inside to get a good night's rest, seeing as you were supposed to make it before night. But that was really all that he talked about. I don't believe Arthur pried any further than that.
Is there... Go ahead, Nate.
I was just going to say, if asked, Xerxes would have said that Paragus was a very powerful wizard. So exploring the tower would be a good idea just to see if there's anything of use. And from the conversation with the halflings, he wants to investigate the tower to see if there's actual signs of life. If they actually were in there yesterday for 2 days, there should be evidence that people were in there. And just given the weirdness of that interaction, he's not entirely convinced that that happened or they were there. So just pure curiosity is kind of driving him at this point towards the tower.
Yeah, Steven would want to check it out.
Anna would like to go to the tower, and she'd say, "This is the
Saru?
route." Go ahead, Barlet.
Oh, mine's really not important.
Okay. Anyways, Anna would, if we're like discussing what to do, Anna would share and say, "This is the path that the first group took. My mentor was with the first expedition. So if we go, there could be a sign, any information about what path they took next. If there is, I would like to see it."
I'm going to pick up a rock and skip it towards the tower. It doesn't work very well.
One skip.
Yep. It doesn't even skip, just thunk. And then I will look to see, is there a visible path underneath the water from where we are, or kind of from that edge of the water towards the tower? Like, is there a submerged path that was there once, or is it just like there's nothing that you can tell?
Roll me an investigation check.
What should I roll?
And if you guys would like to be near the edge of the water, you may be up there. The water is incredibly dark. You aren't able to see through the murk to see a visible path. Saru.
Is that an actual ship?
Don't know, can't see.
Saru is standing in a position that does not allow him to see that there is a boat submerged near the edge of the small pier.
Is there, whether you want me to use one of these broken fence posts or, like, I'm sure there were trees at some point. Steven wants to take some wood and, like, see how deep, it goes. Like, he wants to...
Yeah, absolutely. There, basically, I imagine that the southern portion of the map is kind of where the tree edge of the forest kind of ends. So yeah, cool. There's trees, and yeah, there's broken fence posts. There's all kinds of things that you could reach down into the water. And from the edge where you currently are, I mean, you feel the like a bit of like the silty, like, gunk. But from where you are, it's only a few feet. You would suspect.
Can Xerxes do a history check? Having obviously been around during the PI, thinking back, if this was a garrison, there had to have been an efficient way for people to get across. Trying to think if there's if people
make a history check. Isabel, you can make one too.
Okay.
And maybe Fent.
Wow.
I love this. The skill check rolls tonight have been solid. Yeah.
Why even bother? That's
you
how
guys
it feels.
You guys don't know. Maybe you guys unsure. This is not something that is in your mind about this tower or anything like that. Some wizard lived there,
Can we tell how far between our edge and the tower it is? Estimate-wise?
It's over 100 feet, probably close to 150 feet to the tower.
Are there any large rocks near the edge of the shore?
How big?
Human head size.
Absolutely.
Fent wants to what is that? Discus throw? He wants to discus throw that into the lake and see what happens.
Yeah, where are you throwing it from?
Generally, so this is above water?
What's that?
Is the edge of the dock above water?
Yeah.
Then
Right
from
on
the edge of the dock, straight forward, if you can.
Yeah. Throw, give me
Athletics?
a strength. Yeah, athletics was great. Yeah, you hurl that thing quite far. There's a big...
Specifically, he wants to see if there's any motion in the water.
Good
that's
idea.
Not that rock.
I love it.
Like sharks and shit.
Or like corrupted fish monsters.
Yeah, or like undead sharks and shit.
Roll a perception check with advantage because I like your thought process with that athletics. Oh yeah, didn't even need it. No motion. You don't see any motion.
Can he divine sense?
Ooh.
Can you?
I don't know. Do I smell anything funky on the air? Or hear anything delightful in my ears? What is the range on this? Within 60 feet. Okay. While standing on the edge of the dock.
You do not. No celestial, fiend, or undead.
Oh God, now I'm really scared. But no consecrated or desecrated ground either.
Nope, no consecrated or desecrated ground.
Okay.
There's a desecrated boat, but that's different. It's desecrated in different means.
Hey,
It's like a large hole. Yeah.
While they're trying to figure out how to get across to the tower, can Isabel look around and see if there's any herbs worth gathering?
Yeah. Roll do you have herbalism kit?
I do.
Roll that. That seems fun. Or survival. I mean, it's your call. You can use either. Or nature, I guess. There's all kinds of things.
Okay.
That I'd be okay with. Yeah. You find... Let me roll a thing. Give yourself a note that says Paragus herbs. And I'll get back to you with what that means. We'll work that out. Yeah. Anybody else doing anything fun?
Steven's just gonna say, so it looks like we have to swim across, right? That boat's too deep to pull up. Even if we could, it would just sink again.
Well, how are we sure it's too deep to pull up? Why don't we just like get in there and try and pull it up and then repair it? That way we don't have to leave all our stuff on the side of the shore. This is stuff.
If you don't mind your stuff getting wet, you wouldn't have to. I can't, because my gun can't get wet. And I don't think Clavius could swim in his armor.
In his armor, carrying his other armor.
Right. He's like a freaking rock.
And a crate full of whiskey.
I'm already doing the math in my head. If I've emptied out all the whiskey, how much buoyancy could I get out of it?
The bottle's plastic or glass. Fent's gonna strip off most of his accoutrement and then try to dive down and see how deep this boat is.
It's the mandatory John Bernthal ab.
That's
just-
true. Good point.
It's written into his contract.
He spritzes himself with water before he gets in the water, so he looks even sexier.
All right, so you are wading out, or you're reaching in. What's your?
I guess he was just gonna kind of like jump in right here and then feel around for the boat to feel if it was like, I don't know, 5 feet deep.
I'm gonna ready an action to where if he starts like frantically swimming back, I will help him back up on the dock.
I love it.
Before he gets eaten by another electrical wolf fish dog thing.
Oh, there he's through. I was like wondering where you were. So yeah, what's your move here? You said you're jumping into the water.
Yeah, without disturbing too much of the silt if possible, because he wants to like open his eyes underwater and see like how irreparable is this boat.
So you're
Like, can we
you're
get
more
this
so
boat eaten
easing yourself in.
Yeah, okay. He's easing into the water.
Okay.
But not like a pansy. Like, it's not like he's like dipping his toes in and seeing how cold it is. He's doing it lithely like an athlete.
Okay. So you athletically ease yourself into the water.
Yes.
And coolly too, because he's being chill about it.
Super cool, super chill. He doesn't even wince at the cold water because I'm assuming it's cold because it's fall.
He does not wince because he does not feel the water.
What?
As he eases off the dock, expecting the water to, be wet.
Oh, cool.
He looks down before his foot kind of hits the edge of the boat that now feels rather dry. And he looks down and the water is kind of like forming around him. Like it is holding itself up kind of around Fent.
So he's like parting the
Fent-
Red Seas with his foot.
Yeah, and Fent isn't like his leg is, down, touching the top of the boat. The rest of him kind of holding himself up on the edge of the dock very athletically. And his abs are wet, which is just so weird because no other part of him is.
It's hot out. He's just sweating.
Sexy sweat though. Guys. Check this out. And he pulls his leg up and then goes to stick it back in again.
And as you would expect, the water just kind of fills the void. And then as he puts his feet back down, the water forms around his leg again. Probably about a foot, in diameter around.
You guys think I'm some kind of a god or something? Like, what could have happened here?
Can
I think
you
it's Jello.
can you walk? Can you
And
keep going?
how far does it appear to the ground? Like, can I see the bottom of the lake-ish thing now?
Yeah,
Can I, let
the
myself
further
go?
you kind of let yourself go, you're now standing. I mean, your head is still probably above water where you currently are, and you're standing, and the water is just kind of almost like there's some kind of force field about a foot away from your body, just keeping the water at bay.
Okay, he
And
lets
you can
go-
see the ground, that your feet are now touching.
He lets go of the dock completely. And then, slowly, Baywatch runs in a circle. Just test it out.
Yeah, and you can move at your full complement of speed in the water. You're able to move almost normally as the water just kind of shifts around you, and as you walk out from the dock, it's a very strange sight for those of you.
Dock and starts walking towards the tower. He's going.
Did I get anything off my Arcana check?
There's something magical happening here.
Steven goes, "That is so cool."
That's so
And,
magical.
He is going to jump in after you.
Like you were gonna cannonball or something?
No, just jump.
Off the dock?
Yeah.
Fent, you hear the sound of a splash. As
Whoa.
Steven, you jump into the water,
Yep.
kind of bracing yourself, expecting to be jumping on dry land.
Mm-hmm.
And you are immediately, just water splashes up around you. You have to like catch yourself rather quickly because that was a very unexpected landing. Although usually jumping in a lake, you would expect the water, but this time it's the other way around, which is strange. But yes, you are now kind of like thrashing before you catch your bearings, and you are at the edge of the dock, fully wet. You look like a wet dog. Your hair
Well,
is
wait,
now
what
wet.
the hell?
Fent is now very convinced he's a god. Or some kind of like
Steven
other-
will try and like just climb back on the dock. I mean, I'm assuming I'm right.
Yeah,
next to him.
easily. And I'm gonna put you out in the water as you're.
Try
Steven
aiming
is-
for the boat. Fent calls back as he keeps walking.
Steven will do as she says and put his, foot down towards the boat.
And your foot is just wet with
Oh.
pond
Bullshit.
with lake water.
Maybe only one of us can go at once. I don't know. Fent doesn't want to go to this place alone.
Hurry up, Fen. I want to try.
Fent starts moving more quickly towards the tower. Because now he's scared that this isn't going to last. He was pretty like certain about it. But now he's really not certain about it. Does he make it out there?
Well, I mean, if you're starting to walk away, you got 150 feet to walk. That's that's no joke.
Yeah,
of
it's like
movement.
5 or 6 turns.
At a normal speed. So
Yeah,
Anna,
I mean-
as you're starting to walk away, Anna would step up next to Clavius and kind of just glance at him and be like, "Well, do we try?" And then she would just sort of stick her foot in right there, having witnessed that just out of pure curiosity to see what happens.
As you step down, just kind of hovering your boot right at the surface just to see if the tension's there. And then finally just taking the plunge with your boot. The water does not part, and your boot is wet.
Steven
wet,
secretly
wet
thinks
boot.
good.
Good, it's not just me.
I'll step back and just sort of play this. And will you take a shot?
I'll yell at Fent to come back. Because
Yeah.
everyone else is getting wet.
Clavius will take a shot with his hand, put his hand close to the water, just see if it moves.
As you bring your hand closer and closer to the water, you don't see anything moving until eventually you kind of your palm is resting on top of the water, and eventually your hand is wet.
I fill my water skin with it.
Easily done. Add 1 more pound to your.
What's another pound at this point?
I mean,
That's
he's
true.
probably got to be flirting with heavily encumbered. And
I'm
gotta-
down a pound of whiskey already. It's just a wash.
That's true.
Has he realized he's missing a bottle yet?
They peed
Probably
in it.
not. If you didn't check the,
No, I wouldn't have opened the crate.
no reason to open it.
Xerxes will take off his boot. And also he'll kind of skim, attempt to skim the water, kind of like when you're testing the water for temperature at a pool.
Yeah.
That's the move that he's doing.
Classic old man move.
One toe.
Where are you doing that, Xerxes?
In the direction of the boat where Fent jumped.
Right
I
off
think
there.
Michael's saying you should move yourself there.
Right off there? That region?
Yes.
As you kind of move your hand down, feeling the water, Steven, you stand there, you kind of see the water, that tension that's on top, just start to push down the further his hand goes. as the water kind of forms around your hand. You do not feel the temperature of the water, Xerxes.
Now wait, what the hell? How are you doing that?
Take your boots
Okay.
off.
I've got a question for the group. Fent and Isabel, does Xerxes know that you guys participated in the PI?
What is the PI?
Primordial incursion.
Oh, I like that we're making that a short thing.
I never can remember what the P stands for. That's why.
I know Isabel mentioned something to Saru about it.
I don't remember it.
But Saru is also Saru, so I don't know how much he's said to other people.
Nothing's come up yet.
Well, honestly, we have to remember too, like we've been traveling for at least a week together, so it could have.
Did Steven jump in the same spot that
Fent went in? Yes.
Okay.
Steven
Here's
keep his armor on.
I'll just tell you what. Out of game, I'm assuming that because the three of us were around, whatever spell the wizard had cast was effective for those that were around at the time or participatory in the situation. But Xerxes can't make that logical assumption if he doesn't know that you guys are part of it, as Nate knows. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm definitely on your same track of mine, Nate.
Yeah.
Isabel's just gathering herbs right now, so she hasn't been watching any of this.
Here's flour.
And I don't feel like Fent has mentioned that at all.
I mean, I think it would be obvious that Fent had like military-esque experience. And it could maybe be inferred that he could have probably.
Yeah, I mean, he's
like,
been very soldiery for sure.
Yeah, and especially like with like seeing the disembowelment / death of Sir Garen. Like, I mean, he just kind of dealt with it. I mean, I don't know. Like, it definitely wasn't like a new, surprising thing to him. Like, I think you could inference if it wasn't discussed outright. Would be my assumption. How far out is Fent at this point?
As far as Fent wants to be. If you're still walking?
Like to continue walking and divine sensing once I get to like within 60 feet-ish of the tower itself. Anything evil-y or goody or undeady or celestially or fiendy or consecrated or desecrated?
You get a strange feeling, Fent. Not a feeling described as celestial, fiendish, or undead, but something somewhere in between, maybe. Like, it's like you're getting a strange ping.
Like otherworldly kind of?
A presence of some.
Does it smell bad? Is it making like a pleasant sound? Or is it just kind of like a more neutral kind of feeling of just there's
some kind
here.
of powerful presence. Make an insight check.
It wasn't meant to be on advantage, but
yeah, it's still crit though. It is neutral, but more shifted in that it feels more similar to that of a powerful good than it does of a powerful evil.
so not like obviously benevolent, but not obviously malevolent either.
Correct.
Okay.
But it is unlike something you ever felt before with this ability.
If he's gotten that far, is he still within shouting range of the shore?
Yeah, you're essentially like 60 feet from shore. 60 feet from the thing.
Are you guys coming or not? There's something out here. And it seems cool.
Is Fent fully submerged?
Is he
Yeah.
submerged or is there like a
I mean,
a tunnel
there's-
above his head?
There's like he if he looks up, he can see the sky, but you can't see Fent. Like you can see the hole.
So do you hear like this echoing tunnel
Yeah,
of like,
it's a
guys,
strange,
it's cool out here.
Yeah, it's a strange gargled noise
And Fancy like fish like swimming by him, like in the water.
in the murk.
Yeah.
Murky water.
Is it like Tuttle Creek level of murk?
It's pretty murk.
Okay.
Every once in a while, you think you see a shadow. Though.
And how much can you carry?
Throw it in my basket like a basketball.
Not yet, but
I don't know. Throw it in my basket. Gotta take what I can get.
So Fent's carrying all of his shit, but he could easily carry some other people's stuff too. I mean, he can walk encumbered, I'm assuming.
what I mean is, can you carry other people?
Oh.
So Xerxes, gets out his gun, his ammunition. He wraps it really nicely inside of his pack, trying to make sure it's as waterproof as possible.
Can I give you a water skin that's empty?
Oh, duh. You fucking genius.
So you can put your stuff in? Like a waterproof pouch.
That would work for my ammunition for sure.
I love the idea of that.
I dig it.
Clever.
So everything's all wrapped up. I got my nice new water skin pouch from Saru, my boy Baloo. And attempt to then follow the logical, where I was before, going into the water.
Yeah, and as you take a step down off of the boat, you are now standing in the lake, but you
Jello.
are not wet as the lake forms around you, creating a magical dry pocket.
Seeing it work for Xerxes, Steven's gonna put his feet in again. Being very careful to put exactly where Xerxes placed his. He's gonna try it.
Very small splash as Steven puts his foot into the water.
Xerxes
Steven.
says, Steven, grab my hand.
Steven
And-
will try that.
Trying to pull Steven into the bubble with me.
Yeah, as you reach out and touch his hand, your foot still submerged. The moment that you touch his hand, the water forms around your foot. Steven.
Around
Immediately-
Steven's foot.
Uh-huh.
Nice.
Does not
around-
leave Xerxes. You are both now in a pocket.
Oh, okay, okay.
Oh, okay, cool.
There we go. Okay, that was unclear.
Nice.
Nice. Okay. Everyone, let's form a chain. He's going to start moving forward to allow others to follow in behind. Still grasping hands, though.
Oh yeah. Steven's just holding hands with his good buddy Xerxes. Totally cool.
I'm gonna
Just a couple of bros.
Yep.
put my foot in without grabbing their hands, just out of curiosity.
You are
You
in
know what kills the
a
cat?
world of wet hair,
Nope.
my friend.
Shaking foot. Nope. 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 I'm out. Wasn't sure. I'm really out.
It's Saru. Isn't Saru from like a portside town?
Yeah, it doesn't mean I'm in. I like getting in water.
I'm just wondering. I'm just
He's
curious.
a cat.
I've seen water.
Okay.
I can look at it.
Anna will walk up to Xerxes and be like, "Do we need to grab your hand?"
Steven immediately offers his hand.
Yeah, I mean, Anna will take Steve. because she doesn't have a reason to think anything of that right now. Connor does, but Anna doesn't.
Steven's hands all sweaty.
Totally.
So, I dumped it in earlier.
Yeah, you saw me jump in.
Yeah, if the chain's continuing, Anna would grab Steven's hand just to see what, and then she would take it.
Does that work?
It
Please
does.
will grab Anna's hand and wink at Steven, although he can't see it because of the goggle.
Amazing.
All right.
It does work.
Okay.
Is someone telling Isabel what we're doing?
Isabel walks up and sees everyone get in the water and walks up next to Saru. What did I miss?
Apparently Fent and Xerxes can walk through the pool of jello, and nobody else can. But if you're holding hands with Xerxes, it works. I don't know. All I know is I put my foot in and I got wet and I'm out.
Alright, well, odd.
Unless I have to go. And I don't really want to go.
Isabel will walk up to, kneel over and just stick her hand in.
Isabel,
just kind of splash the water around slightly.
Isabel, you are unable to touch the water as it forms around you.
Yeah, you were right, Nate.
I'm guessing this is what they meant. Isabel will start wading in to the not water.
Does Arthur come?
Yes. As my assumption is he would as well test the water. Arthur is also able to walk out.
So Arthur's just charting his own course by himself right now.
That
Yeah,
checks.
he'll.
That definitely does check.
He's like casting his line, and then he's getting that each time as the water just
Yeah.
doesn't work. Maybe over here, just wandering into the water.
Borsil will grasp onto Clavius, following along.
So my train is moving toward the shore.
Yeah.
Right on the other side.
Saru, are you grasping on?
I'm gonna grab Arthur's hand. Actually, no, I'm not even gonna grab his hand. I'm gonna grab his cloak.
Jumping onto Arthur's cloak.
I like that you're resting on Arthur's head.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
Just
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, one because of that, two because I feel like he was the last one to go in.
Arthur,
So I'm like, well, shit, it's either go with him or I'm stuck here alone.
Is our train here that we're running? Is it?
you're off doing your own thing unless you came back.
No, this train that you guys are running on this lake.
Trade you're running.
Are we causing an ecological nightmare for the fish? We're separating the water
Yeah,
completely.
every time
right
a
there,
fish comes out into one of your tunnels, they flop onto the ground. What the fuck?
It's like the fish that jump up into the boat.
What the fuck's going on, dude?
Right? Holy shit!
Fishing
This
made
doesn't
easy.
normally happen.
I'll be sure and shout to Xerxes, hey, let us out first, if you don't mind. Before you get out of the water.
Oh, yeah.
Good thinking.
Xerxes just chuckles.
It is a little strange when you get out into the depths and you are kind of completely underneath the surface in a very strange tunnel where you can see the sky above you. Those of you that are walking alone might find it peaceful or horrifying. That's up to you. Myself, I think I would find it quite horrifying.
We'll call him A, we'll call him B.
Yeah, a little both.
Is there anything interesting in the silt on the bottom? I think that's what I don't know, Fent would kind of be over.
You find a quarter.
Yeah, like are there like bobbers and lures and
Lots
other
of
shit for the next
fishing
time we
stuff.
go on fishing?
There's this one lure that you bend over and you take, and there's this little wriggling worm on it, and you like, what the hell? And you pull it up, and the string is still attached, and then you feel the string start pulling, and you hear a distant voice. Oh, I think I got something.
Arthur's lure. Got it.
Yeah, Arthur's walking through this, me on his trench coat with his fishing pole out.
Yeah,
Like
he barely even recognizes that you're with him, as he's just so fixated on fishing.
I got a big one.
Punisher sign just
Yeah.
reflecting off the water.
Reflecting off the light as it pounds against his chest. Something. Eventually, you find the incline begin to move up and are able to locate some stairs, which you follow to this lovely tower, which is where we will pick up next week.